What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lamecast. Yeah, boy.
Oh, Anthony's doing the intro.
Yeah, boy.
Shit.
I'm your host. What am I saying?
You're Anthony, you're Aaron, you're Des,
I
and
used
I'm
his
good.
real name. See
Bastards.
that? Look at that.
Look at that.
I ruined it for you before you even did it.
What's up, everybody? Anyway,
Hello.
so, hello. Welcome to this cast.
Yes.
Yes,
We said we were going to talk about some shit on the last cast.
we did.
What was that?
We were talking about, I don't know, I guess...
Yeah.
No clue.
I do. Basically, like, we were talking about, like, who we would like to see play the Joker and stuff like that in, like, the upcoming films and
So I
stuff
guess
like
we'll
that.
just
But, like,
branch out to any.
well, we're talking about, like, you know, like, the DC Dark. You know, like, because there's a lot of, like, we were talking about, like, the Batman Who Laughs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of good, like, almost borderline horror that DC can do.
New
You know what I
Mutants,
mean?
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
The New Mutants is like basically a horror X-Men movie.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see
but
how
that's
that
not-
goes.
yeah.
Well, it's not DC, but it's still like a step in
It's
the
the same
horror
concept.
direction.
Yeah, but you think Disney's really gonna do it? They're making Moon Knight PG-13.
Don't remind me.
They're probably gonna make Blade PG-13 because
Probably.
Blade's gonna be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They already confirmed it. So he ain't gonna be rated R.
I don't know.
How
They're
you gonna
making
make a-
Deadpool rated R.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Deadpool's probably they're never gonna put him in the MCU. If they do, they're gonna make him in as a cameo.
They're probably gonna PG-13ify him in those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Blade, like, can you really do that?
I don't know. We'll see.
They're doing it.
Stay
so...
tuned in 5 years from now.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I'm
it's
saying, like,
Negan on TV.
yeah, but I'm saying, like, Blade cutting fucking vampires in half and shit. Like, you're really gonna, like...
It's not that wild anymore.
We'll see.
Yeah, and there's a way that you can shoot.
But how many
where
people get
you
killed in
don't
the Lord
see
of the
it.
Ring movies?
Hey, well, I
CGI
said that
Black
with, like,
Blood.
with Star Wars. Like Star Wars is technically, like, a rated R movie if you go by the kill counts of fucking the amount of people that die.
Let's say with like you said,
Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings. They have the most death toll in any movies ever.
Yeah.
Other than like movies where you see the world blow up, obviously. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Like on-screen deaths was like 800 on average per film. But if you do something like CG Black Blood, like say vampires have black blood, then it's not real blood.
Yeah.
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 And then that's how they get by that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like the Mobius thing that
Mobius
Marvel
looks
does.
dope, actually.
Mobius looks fucking... It looks dark. It just looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
I'm hoping they really are opening the Spider-Man cinematic universe. Which is, to me,
Would be
at this
nice.
point, it's so much more interesting than...
Just
Then-
all of Marvel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. After, like even, like,
Endgame
going back
was the
watching...
end.
Yeah, watching
Yes.
the memes and stuff like that between, like, Civil War and fucking... Yeah, Endgame, like... I don't want it anymore. Out of that whole
It's the end.
storyline.
I'm sorry. The
No.
death
Oh
of
my
it
God,
for me
I'm so gassy. I'm
No.
so sorry.
is I swear you just save them.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
They just
Saves them for,
come.
like, someone's mid-conversation.
They
No,
just
but,
come out.
Just when Des does not approve of conversation.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's like you're
Alright,
gonna do
moving
a
on.
Yeah.
Black Widow movie now after you killed Black
Yeah.
Widow in Endgame. I guess spoiler alert, but like everyone's seen
Yeah, but that
movie.
happens before.
Yeah, but I
Endgame.
mean, like...
It happens before, but like why?
It
why,
comes out afterwards.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do that now? Why
Yeah.
not put that instead of doing Captain Marvel before? Why not? Since you're killing off this main character, put the origin story before
Yeah, that would make
Yeah.
sense.
to
but...
give it extra heft. Because now she's dead. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
It's a waste of
Well,
movie.
now they
Yeah.
killed off all these characters. They have to make money off them somehow still.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
They probably realized after they killed them off, like, shit, we still have to make money.
Yeah, but
They
you
knew
know
what
you know
they're
what's prob-
fucking doing.
You know what's
But they're
prob-
not losing money.
You know
No,
what's
they
a
lose
problem?
shit.
Yeah. You know what's a problem?
They're printing money over
Another
there.
reason why they did it, because they killed her off in the movie, so they didn't want you to, like, want more.
I guess, yeah.
Like people would have been, like, super fucking mad if fucking Ronan fucking survived, and then she died after seeing
Yeah.
that movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, from, like, that standpoint, like... But still people were mad because they were like, she should have led the fucking Avengers afterwards.
Who, Black Widow?
Yeah. She was the only one that really was still
Yeah,
around.
she did.
From the original. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because Thor's done.
Yep.
Yep.
He's
Thor's
out.
on.
He's out of movies. He's going to be in one more, I think.
Then the Guardians.
Yeah.
As Guardian movies.
As
Yeah.
Guardians.
It's
of
not.
the
It's not
Galaxy.
even going to be
This
Thor
is your
3.
thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
Ting 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 ta ting ta ting
Yeah.
ting.
But I mean, he was in Guardians.
Yeah, no, in the
Yeah.
comics. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
mean, so like, I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? I get that. You
But
know, they probably made him a little funnier in the last movie because they planned to put him in
Yeah.
Well, also the Thor
Guardians.
movies. If you look, the first two Thor movies are like the worst movies in the Marvel
Yeah, and
movies
then
anyway.
the fucking
And
what's
then the
called?
third one was so good.
Yeah.
Third
it
one was
was.
fucking amazing.
That was Ragnarok, right?
Ragnarok, yeah.
Yeah.
And Thor being a comedic character is just better, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess back to topic because we could spiral out of control.
Yeah,
with Marvel
well, that's
all we
what, I mean.
want.
Yeah, but I mean that's where we get the whole thing that like we want that dark. You know, what I mean, we need a little like
That's
we
why
need
the
a little
Joker
something
did
different.
so well.
Oh my god, it did.
I mean, yeah, the Joker is the most notorious, famous, character in the DC universe, basically, like right next to Batman. Of course, because of his relationship to Batman. Everyone identifies with him in some way, shape, or form for some reason or another.
I remember my nights of whooping crime boss's ass.
It's just like
Good times.
It's something a lot of people are interested in, that character and all. But the fact that it was a different take too definitely sold it.
Yeah,
Because a rated R movie like that,
Yeah.
you don't expect. They didn't expect to make $1 billion. Okay.
No.
No one's wildest projections expected $1 billion.
or all that fucking them fucking nominations.
Yeah.
I mean, like he really like. I mean, in all honesty, I mean, like Phoenix really has nothing to go up against this year that I can fucking remember that was like impactful as the fucking Joker
I think
was.
what I hear his biggest competitor is Adam Driver for Marriage
Oh,
Story.
Marriage Story.
Yeah.
That's why I hear is the biggest
Contender.
contender, but I think Joaquin's going to take it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
like,
think the Joker's going to win. Like, it has like 11 nominations. I think the Joker's only going to win like 1 to 2.
Yeah,
And Joaquin Phoenix is going to be one of them.
yeah.
I think the big winner this year is going to be 1917. It's going to win Best Director because it's all done in one shot. It's going to win Best Editing because it's all done in one shot. It's going to win.
Uses a lot of natural
Best-
light too, don't it?
Yeah, it's going to win
Yeah.
Best Picture because of the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's really good. It's a really good movie. I just
haven't
saw
seen
it
it.
recently.
I
It's
haven't
really good.
seen it either.
It is really good. It deserves to be nominated. It deserves to win
Yeah.
Yeah.
things.
War movies always do good though.
They do.
really
It's
do.
the safer option.
Yeah.
I think maybe Best Picture might be Parasite. Actually, just because it will. Well, one, I haven't seen the movie. I hear it's amazing.
Yeah,
but it's because it's a foreign film, too. So it'll be like the first foreign film to ever win
Yeah.
Best Picture.
Yeah.
So
It's funny what you said that I scrolled past an article about Parasite and I was like, the fuck?
Apparently it's incredible.
I hear it's incredible.
Is it like a horror movie? Or is
I
it...
hear it mixes a lot of genres.
Yeah, it's just everything.
Yeah.
I have to watch it. It's something you have to just watch. Is what I
Yeah.
hear. There's no explaining it.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of foreign films that they do just so much better than here because I feel like they're not as limited to their audience base.
It's also it's also better when you view it here because it's not something in our our culture we have a certain like what we're used to seeing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you're seeing something from another culture, so it's sort of shown to you in like almost a different perspective almost.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that there's been a million movies and they all can sort of look like cut and paste from each other. Like Seven Samurai is the same thing as
Yeah.
Magnificent Seven. Definitely ripped that. Like Seven Samurai was ripped off on and turned into Magnificent Seven, which is a western here
Yeah.
and shit like that. But just seeing things from a different angle, different point of view, someone else from a different world away from us, basically.
Yeah.
It makes it interesting.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because
Thought-provoking casting.
thought-provoking casting.
Da, da, da. That was just the Mortal Kombat thing when you did a fatality, by the way. That wasn't like the more you know. That was da, da, da. And then you hear the and then the dead.
Yum.
Yeah, MK9.
MK9. That's it.
Respect.
Dear God.
Okay, so
Anyway.
Really gotta get you
Yeah.
a therapist, man.
yeah, boy.
Like you know what it's like it's just one of those things like yeah I feel like we've gotten beat with it over the head so much now though like the I don't know I feel like that's why like Endgame for a lot of people it was so emotional because it was like you got beat over the head with like these people are invincible for so long, you know what I mean, nothing bad it didn't happen to them for like 10 fucking years, you're just watching Happy Go Lucky. And then fucking like when Endgame came, it was like, yeah, it's like that. This
Two of
is
them
it.
are gone.
Yeah, like this is it. And those scenes were so fucking sad. Like they were
The
heartbreaking.
Tony Stark thing was rough.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that
was pretty rough.
I cried
Yeah.
a little bit.
Even
Yeah.
like
I don't know. I never cry.
I was
Yeah.
Watching
my
movies.
last boss who hates Robert Downey Jr. was
Yeah.
like
Really?
upset. Was like upset that he died.
Yeah,
In that
that
movie.
shit was sad.
And he hates that whole character, but
Yeah.
he was like, it was so well done.
Yeah, I mean, like,
So emotional. And it was. I mean, really, he started that whole, like, MCU off, really. I mean,
Yeah.
Iron Man 1
Iron
started
Man
it off.
set it off. Yeah.
yeah,
He was literally the heart of it, and that's why, like, I'm done with it, too.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to watch the ones I want to watch. I'm not going to be like, oh, I need to see this one.
yeah, and it's not
Yeah.
even like every Iron Man movie was great either, but like Robert Downey Jr. was
He was the
just,
glue
like,
that sort of started.
and
He started it.
when and then when you threw him together with Chris Evans, like for some reason, those two together were just magical.
They had
You
good
know what I mean?
chemistry. Yeah.
Yeah, like their chemistry was just fucking like as characters and people, like you knew that they were still like Chris Evans still is kind of a fucking nut. Like people tend to forget like what the fuck is that movie? Not Another Teen
Not
Movie.
Another Teen
I fucking
Movie.
love that
But
movie.
he's just like,
I
he's like,
love
I
it.
don't like Sundays.
Oh, quick
it's a
side
banana
note.
split. And he
Quick
turns
side
around.
note, you're going to notice that Boo is incredibly quiet because he does not care about any of this shit.
Yeah, Boo likes to tend to be on the hater of anything that's popular. He's like a hipster. He's
Not
like a
anything that's
newfound
popular,
hipster.
just like most.
No, I'm just a hater on things that I don't fucking like.
That makes sense,
He doesn't
though.
really like happy, so like Marvel
Yeah.
movies, which are more happy-go-lucky,
Just
he don't give a
forced
fuck
down your
about.
throat, like you said.
Yeah.
I got tired of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
It's cool, you know. It's cool to be like, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, like
Yeah.
fuck Transformers movies too, man. I'm so tired of them.
Yeah.
Like how much, like robots fighting is cool,
Yeah.
but not like 80 times.
Yeah,
No.
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 Plus, if I want to watch a good robot fighting thing, I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Legacy and I'm gonna watch Cyrax and Sector.
Hell yeah, brother.
Nothing still breaks my heart more than when Optimus Prime died. Though that shit fucking hurt.
Yeah.
That
Which
shit
one
hurt.
did he die in? I don't know. I stopped watching after like the
That was
second
like the
one.
second one. The second one he died in. The fucking when those fucking other fucking giant like old god robots came back and they just like
Oh, yeah.
fucked up Optimus.
Yeah.
Optimus!
They like ripped his fucking core out of his fucking
Oh.
chest. Like they were
Don't
beating.
worry, he comes back. I'm
They were
sure.
beating the fuck out of him. Yeah, he did. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
Spoiler alert.
well, I mean, even in the
Spoiler,
even in
10
the
years ago.
well, I'm saying even in the show, he did lose, and he became like whatever that fucking his next.
The best thing about the
Evolution
show
fucking thing was.
is
Yeah.
that Megatron became a giant gun and Starscream always missed his target.
I love
Yeah.
Starscream.
Always missed his target.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time.
Yeah.
yeah. And Starscream was such a badass in the show too.
Except for the
Yeah.
fact he was always a fucking fool.
Yeah, well, he was always,
He always fucked everything up for him.
because he was always playing both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Little bastard.
He was a little
for the
bastard.
record, I'm also this way about things I do like.
Yeah.
Like, Saw movies are fucking gay, but I like them.
I like them.
I love this all
Yeah.
movie.
I can't.
Once they
I'm
had the
interested in the new one.
Once they had the whole
Yeah.
like, look at this big contraption in the middle of a town square.
Well,
and
that
fighting
one
over a
was
girl,
the
I
one
was
where
just
I was like,
come on.
okay.
That
Because
was
where the blood was
literally
like
the
pink.
last one.
Yeah.
It was so low budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really the first two I liked. Everything after that,
Yeah.
I was like, come on.
No,
Oh,
no.
now this one's Jigsaw. Now
Yeah.
this one's Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Now that one's
No,
Jigsaw.
you
It
gotta
lost
say
me.
like the third one too. The third one
Yeah.
had the best traps in it.
Third one was good.
The reverse crucifix that spun the dude's arms.
Yeah,
and
that
legs.
was probably the last good
Yeah.
one.
She got frozen by the water.
Yeah, and he had
Yeah.
to, and he was sitting there like talking to him, all the time, like talking shit. He's like,
Dude's
"Oh yeah,
drowning
the
in
tables
the-
have turned."
Yeah.
Dude's drowning in the pig guts.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah. Well, it's like you know, too. It's like when it was nice when they broke off a little bit when they did like Guardians. Nice little fucking comedy in there.
Well, see, then Guardians, and then every Marvel movie after that became Guardians.
Yeah,
That's the
which
thing.
kind of like it
Because it
fucking
did so
sucked.
well.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah, but
liked
like,
it.
Guardians also had such a dark undertone at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was way bigger than people who weren't familiar
Yeah.
with the comics, which was going on. And I assume that it'll have a sad ending because I don't think the Guardians
Well, the
ends
second one
in
was kinda
in a
fucked
happy
up.
way. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah,
With his
the
dad and everything like that.
yeah.
Played by Kurt fucking Russell.
That's the
Yeah.
only movie I really like with Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Ah,
Besides
the
Hateful
thing
Eight.
and the thing.
And yeah, I did like the thing.
Yeah.
I just don't really like Kurt
Need
Russell that much.
The new Spawn.
That shit's fucking apparently got pushed back.
Yeah, of course it
again.
got pushed
Did it?
back.
they ain't making it.
No,
So we're gonna
they're
have
not
Todd McFarlane's a giant 12-year-old.
gonna
Okay,
make
now
it.
that we're like 20 minutes in, let's just go round robin. Next Joker. Let's just go round robin. Get this kicked
Next
off.
Joker.
Next
Who would
Joker.
I want it to be?
For DC Dark. So not like
No Joaquin. No, I mean I love Joaquin's thing, and they're probably gonna make another movie with him. I'm sure they're gonna make it.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if you had to cast the next Joker,
Yeah.
say this is how we're just gonna start it off. We're gonna get into more people you haven't seen a million times on screen after this.
I feel like the same guys that played Riddler, Doug Jones. I feel like he could do it.
Sorry, man.
Willem Dafoe. A lot of people say Willem Dafoe.
A lot of people do say Willem
yeah.
Dafoe. It's because he's got a
I can see
fucked up face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, if you
He can
think
pull
about-
off like the
And he can
like,
pull off crazy. I
like
mean,
Arkham,
Green Goblin.
Arkham
Yeah.
Knight and all that
Yeah.
shit, like the games.
He did the thing in Death Note really well.
Yeah. Boondock
He played
Saints.
Ryuk really well.
that movie's so overrated.
Boondock. But I'm saying as a detective, he was fucking phenomenal.
It was a great
Being,
movie,
just
but-
like stripped
Oh,
down,
it's-
like
It's that movie's overrated in the same way that like Fight Club's overrated and all that. It's just because all those college frat boys in the early 2000s had posters of them and
Yeah.
dude broed over the movie.
Yeah.
I still
And
love.
missed the point of the movies.
Yeah.
like Fight Club is not an anthem for you. It's actually
Yeah.
sort of making fun of you guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I have to tell you that in 2020.
Yeah, I don't think they're like super overrated. I think they became overrated.
No,
After a
I don't
while.
think. I think they're overrated in the sense how I just said, just because they got frat boy
Yeah,
posterized.
Yeah.
yeah. When I think they were just ahead of their time.
Like it's
when
not
they
like
did
they're
it.
not. I don't think they're bad. I think they're good movies.
Yeah.
I just don't bring them up because I don't want to hear people go like, "Dude, bro, this shit
Yeah.
is so good,
Yeah.
bro, good, dude." I don't
Yeah.
need that.
Do people really talk about them like that?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
fucking
they
do.
do. Yeah.
No, that's not me joking.
Yeah.
Like,
People fucking suck.
you kidding me?
Green
You
Dot
accidentally say Fight Club, and he's like, "First rule of Fight Club."
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
bro, Tyler Durden's the man, right?
Yeah.
Bro.
Dick. That was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, bro, we bro. I don't
And they
need it.
missed the whole. Yeah, they missed the whole.
The whole
of
point
the
that was like
fucking
about
movie.
masculinity being so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared Leto was in that
Yeah.
movie.
Yes, he was. Had to just destroy
Got the
something beautiful.
shit
Yeah.
beat out of him.
He gets his ass whooped in
Yes,
every
he
movie.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that Mobius.
He's just good at getting his ass
Mobius is
kicked.
gonna be
I mean,
doing
did you
some
ever
ass
listen to
whooping.
30 Seconds to Mars?
Yeah. Yes.
Deserved every single one.
Every attaboy his way.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I think if Suicide Squad wasn't such a fucking dumpster fire that it was,
This is volatile right here.
I think that we didn't get to see Jared Leto actually do anything.
I didn't like the direction they were taking, but I wish I saw
Everything
more.
they did with that Joker was wrong
Yeah.
for Jared Leto.
Well, I liked
Like,
up here. I liked up here.
his face was okay.
His
They could have
face
got
was
rid of the
fine.
grill. The grill was fucking dumb.
I thought the gangster routine was dumb, but I
Yes.
didn't see enough to even give it a chance. That's the thing.
Telling me the
No.
Joker went to a tattoo parlor, got those tattoos, asked about aftercare, was
Yeah.
putting fucking.
Do you think he got? Do you think he got those?
in a tattoo parlor.
Or in prison?
No.
I'm just saying.
No, I get what Boo's
Yeah,
saying.
in
Like
Arkham.
some kind of like
Himself.
scarification from
Like,
like
it's
bad
like the same thing I
tattoos
say
or-
about like fucking Jeepers Creepers. Like, you telling me the creeper went and registered that fucking truck, got them plates,
No.
No.
sat in line at the DMV, got fucking
No.
beat eating you plates, custom
Again,
made.
you're always assuming they go through these mundane things to do things, when it's just like, nah, dude, they just fucking own it, or they just fucking did it.
No.
Like, telling me he's calling progressive, getting quotes.
No.
Maybe,
Again,
I
why
don't
the
know.
fuck
No, he
would
probably- if anyone,
he
he's calling the
slumbered
general.
for 27 years.
He's calling the
general.
You ever,
general.
you ever gotten pulled over?
Probably not.
Think the creeper ever got pulled over?
Fuck no.
Probably, and he just killed that
yeah,
person.
you act like the
Yeah.
cop would live. To
Well,
tell the tale.
hold on, wait, that's not true because the creeper's not just some fucking mindless killing
No,
machine.
he's
No.
smart.
That's true, but I feel like
I feel like-
trouble. I don't think it would even phase
All right,
him.
let me put it this
What would
way.
they do? Run his fucking prince?
Yeah, let me put it this way. If I was a cop and I pulled his ass over and I walked up and went license I would just fucking walk back to my car. But have a nice day, sir.
I wouldn't even say that. I'd just fucking run back to my squad car.
Sorry,
I
thought
wouldn't
you
even
fit the
pull someone
description
over
of
with someone that said
literally
fucking be
anything
eating
else.
you.
Yeah.
Like why the fuck would I want to pull someone over like that in the first place?
Because it's your duty to protect the American people.
It ain't fucking House
You
of a
took an
Thousand
oath.
Corpses.
No.
Or sorry, the Devil's it ain't the Devil's Rejects. We ain't fucking got like a whole line
Yeah,
of
trying
fucking
to be
state
heroes.
That's what I'm
troopers.
saying
Fucking
is like he's got like
You think
you know
they went to the DMV?
who?
Devil's
Anyone
Rejects.
from the Devil's Rejects?
More acceptable to see them in the DMV than the
Probably.
fucking creeper.
Yeah, but I'm saying that exactly they're more realistic. But you think those monsters went to the DMV?
No,
Fuck
no.
no.
They were stealing cars and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so other people were going to the DMV.
They were fucking sucking each other off and biting each other's dicks.
I don't remember that scene.
Oh, me either.
I just assume that's
Did
how it
we
went
watch
down.
the same movie?
I think you downloaded the wrong one,
Well,
dude.
yeah.
It's like those memes. I downloaded the wrong Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Wrong Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh,
But no, I mean, like, I think that we didn't, because me and Anthony got in in-depth discussions about it before too, like over the phone, like,
so good.
What?
yeah, like over the Joker, like Jared Leto's Joker, if they got rid of the tattoos and shit, and if like they implemented something like he was like a mob boss style for like that universe, it probably would have turned out cool.
Here's the thing.
Like,
he
you
had
know?
5 minutes of screen time.
And it was awful.
It's basically a short film.
Yeah,
And the whole movie was bad, too,
Yeah.
is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they went with the original idea was the Joker was going to be the bad guy in it. And then
Yeah.
at the last minute, they cut all his parts and like, we're doing the CG thing instead because CG sells.
yeah, and it,
So,
And that-
I'll never know. I don't like what I saw.
Yeah, I don't like
I don't
it at
consider
all.
him to really be a Joker, but I
No.
also don't really consider that to be a Joker performance because there's not
Yeah.
enough there for
Yeah,
me.
no.
yeah, you know?
Case fucking closed.
yeah.
Okay,
So
next. Who's your next actor? Get out, Jared Leto.
Well, I'm
Everyone heard this in
surprised.
2016.
Yeah, no, I'm saying with him portraying Mobius, like who's a dark fucking villain.
That fits him. That
Like
fits him better. And it
I'm
looks
saying, like
better.
it looks good on him.
I mean, he's a good
Like-
actor.
Yeah, he
Like
is.
I'm not a big fan of Jared Leto.
I think
and
he's a
like
good actor.
I think that he
think
will
he's a
do
good
good. I'm just not a fan of him, you know what I mean? But I think he'll do good as like I'm actually excited to watch him play movies.
He's
know
really
what?
interesting in Blade Runner 2049.
I
Really
didn't see it.
It's a really dope movie. I like it better than the
What was
original.
that one movie
Yeah.
he gained all that fucking weight for? I forget what it was called.
Don't remember.
He got really fat for it.
I don't remember.
Jared
gained,
Leto
like-
fat? What did he gain?
gained-
20 pounds?
he
And
gained,
they're like,
like-
oh no, we got to roll.
Yeah.
He gained like 50 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember
I
him
gotta
doing
I gotta
this.
look it
Fat
up. Google.
Leto.
Hold on.
Fat
Oh,
Leto.
gosh.
Leto.
I don't know, cause so like you had Heath, who played a different Joker. You had Phoenix, who did a different Joker.
Best
So
Joker.
now Phoenix blew my fucking mind.
I know you're creaming your jeans.
I told
He
you know.
still is.
Let's just not bring up Jack Nicholson. That's okay.
Yeah.
Which was
No.
also a
Chapter
great Joker.
27.
Jack Nicholson was
Jack-
awesome, but
Jack
and now
Nicholson-
he's like third fiddle now. He's not even second fiddle anymore. He's like third fiddle now.
But he was more of the comic
I was
book.
gonna say he was very comic book.
yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that shit was like 30
Look how
years
chunky.
ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. He was
But
young.
no,
Tim
Jack Nicholson was a great comic book Joker. You know what I mean? So, but if we're gonna go like,
Yeah.
I feel like Phoenix is more grounded in realism. I feel
So
like
so is Heath Ledger.
so was Heath Ledger. But like, if you're gonna go like a dark, like, you know what I mean? Like it all depends where they're coming in the timeline too. But the Joker was always older. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't young. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to cast someone like who looks like they're at least like in their 30s. You know what I mean? Or 40s. You know what I mean? Because the Joker did have a young look about him, even though he was older.
Well, it's the paint too.
Should just have Batista play him. Just have
Batista.
Batista do it.
Nah, he should really be Bane.
Batista
Yes,
should be
He's
Bane.
built like Bane.
Come on,
Yeah.
it's like right there.
Yeah.
for
Look,
me.
I love Tom Hardy, but
he was fucking terrible.
I was born in it.
Yeah.
Didn't see the light that I was a young man, and
Like,
by then I
alright,
had no
shut
use
up.
for it.
It was awful.
Yeah. But you also got to say that's also partially on. That's
George
on the.
Clooney
That's
Bane
also
was
on the
better.
directors.
Yeah, and
That
Christian
was
Bale's
part of the
voice
decision.
as Batman
Yeah.
was awful too. I fucking can't stand it.
Still like the best Batman movies though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and Scarecrow should have definitely been used way fucking more. Like, Scarecrow is such a phenomenal fucking
He's
villain.
and
Yeah, he's
Cillian
a dope
Murphy
villain.
is just such a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I don't know who like. I don't know.
Cillian
honestly,
I don't know either.
Cillian Murphy.
No.
That's true.
I don't know. I honestly don't really know anyone that I would consider like to just play the Joker at this moment.
It's easy
Like-
for me, and it could work in any movie anyway. It doesn't matter
He's
the
just
role.
gonna say Kurt Russell.
No, I'm gonna say Daniel Day fucking Lewis can
Oh,
knock
yeah.
anything out of the park. Anything.
All right. Relax.
Period.
Goose Farba.
Goose forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay.
Man's been swimming in Oscar pussy for years now. Okay? If there's a lock for a good performance, it's Daniel Day fucking Lewis. Man won an Oscar for Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. Who the fuck cares? I mean, yeah, he was a great president. But for a movie, he just sat there and talked, man. He just sat there and talked. Bitch. Fucking knocked it out the park. Oh my god, a fucking oil vendor in the 1800s? Who the fuck cares? Knocked it out the park, man.
He's way too old.
Oh, fuck you. He is so good.
He's way too old.
What, a fashion designer in the 1700s? Knocked it out the park. What, a dude who was paralyzed and only could use his left foot? Knocked it out the park. And who can forget Bill the fucking Butcher? Bill the fucking Butcher. Woo! So yeah,
Maybe you should go outside for a little while and cool down. You're turning a little red.
Sorry, I'm a little heated right now.
Yeah.
Little.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, you are a
Oh
little.
my god.
Okay, anyway, anyone else got an actor for Joker?
Seems
No,
like
because-
Daniel Day-Lewis is the obvious
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
Anything we say, it's gonna be like, yeah, but he's not Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. No, because like it's like I said,
Imagine
like,
being an actor and not being Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
like it's like I said, like,
You'll never be as good as him.
yeah. For me, it was like if you talk about like the Riddler, like obviously like my
Daniel
choice.
Day-Lewis?
No.
Shut up.
All right, I won't mention
Oh
him
my God.
anymore.
Can you imagine being Daniel Day-Lewis and knowing that you're not Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being Kurt Russell and knowing that you're not half the actor that Daniel Day-Lewis is?
I know, isn't it terrible?
Can you imagine knowing that you're Bruce Campbell and you're not even a third of what those people are cut in half?
Can you imagine being Bruce Campbell and just being like, man, I'm relevant?
Can you imagine being me and thinking that you're like, no, this is...
Bruce Campbell is the fucking man. One of the most
Yeah.
underrated
Okay,
actors.
now how can we get Bruce Campbell into the MCU?
Into the MCU?
Or the DCEU? Either one. How can we
Vince
get him in?
Vaughn as the Joker.
Really? I don't see
He's
him
too
as the
big.
Joker.
I could see him as Killer Croc.
No.
Vince Vaughn, he's fucking huge.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, man. Brawl Cell Block 99 has swayed him.
Yo, it
Has
has.
swayed
That was a
him.
good.
Not-
How many
not-
times is Killer Croc taken out of Mitsubishi by himself? I'll
Not-
tell you, none.
Not. Are you kidding me? He's taking out a lot of fucking cars. We're not talking about fucking the fucking horrible
Suicide
Goomba
Squad.
fucking Suicide Squad
We're not gonna talk
fucking
about
Croc. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like a good
Yeah.
Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Like he could play. I could see Vince Vaughn playing a good.
I'm just picturing
Killer
Vince
Croc.
Vaughn's like smooth talking as like a half crocodile, half man. Well, maybe I'll go down to the sewer.
Man.
Actually,
Killer Croc is
if I
actually.
was going to cast Vince Vaughn as a Batman villain, he'd be Calendar Man.
Calendar Man.
Yeah, Calendar Man,
Oh.
he's bald. He does all his stuff on calendar dates.
Yeah,
I don't know, he looks like him
I can
when
see
he's
that.
bald and Brawl and
Yeah.
Cell Block
Who'd
99.
you cast as Zaz?
Victor Zaz? Oof. James McAvoy, maybe. Kevin Spacey in his prime before he started diddling kids.
I was thinking Kevin Spacey, but like he was diddling kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Anthony Hopkins as Zaz? Basically, just playing Hannibal Lecter again.
No, he was too old even when he was playing Hannibal Lecter, I feel.
Yeah,
He doesn't have,
No.
like... Victor Zaz has more of a
it's like mid-30s, right?
mid-30s, but he has, like, a skinnier sort of, just like a lean, scary intensity. And Anthony Hopkins, even when he was Hannibal Lecter, was flabby. and
Yeah.
not as imposing physically as he was, like, psychologically.
I don't think it would be a good Zaz.
I would love to make a Batman movie that's like Seven, though, and based around Victor Zaz as the killer, though. I've always
That'd be
talked about
interesting.
that.
That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Real dark.
Like, it's
gritty.
more focused on him being the world's best detective, more so than him being Batman. Of course, there'd be
Yeah.
Batman stuff in there, but it focused more on that end of it, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. I mean, cause
I mean, realistically, Batman really wasn't a detective. He just beat the shit out of people until they told him what he wanted.
well, he was
They call him
psychotic.
the world's greatest detective.
Yeah. Batman became psychotic. I mean, if you go from Adam West Batman to the Batman there is now, like Batman's literally fucking psychotic.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Batman has this, in one of the comics, is like this whole thing where, like, Bruce Wayne is not really a thing at all. Like, actual Bruce Wayne is not a thing. There's Bruce Wayne, the character, then there's Batman. There's no actual human there.
Yeah.
That's actually Bruce Wayne. He's just either the Dark Knight or I gotta be rich boy, playboy, so
Yeah.
people don't think I'm Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my life. That's my life, man.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who dresses up 2 times a day, but has no soul.
Yeah. Man doesn't
And
have a
should be
fucking
played
soul.
by Daniel Day-Lewis.
Didn't fucking Liam Neeson fucking play Ra's al Ghul, right?
Yes.
In the Dark Knight series.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. He did. I forgot.
Logan
about
Marshall Green could play Victor Zaz, too. Guy was in The Invitation. And Upgrade, I know. Yeah, we looked him
Yeah.
up before. He was Barbara Brand Tom Hardy, but he's
Oh
more
yeah,
slender.
yeah.
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 He's got the
Can't
build
believe you
for
thought
it.
it wasn't Tom Hardy and Peaky Blinders going to insult me like that.
I thought it was Logan Marshall Green.
Yeah.
Because I figured, in that show, they'd have to get,
Sam Neill's in that show.
oh my God, just watch it already.
I'm gonna.
Just watch it
I'm
already.
gonna because I have Hulu.
God, why am I having a brain fart right
I
now?
don't know.
Because who I said that I think he'd make a perfect Riddler.
Someone.
God.
I said Jesse Eisenberg. If that helps.
I will say this: the kid that plays the Joker in Gotham.
Oh, what's his name? It's like
He was in We Are the Millers.
Yeah, it's like Jeremy
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
or other.
Yeah.
He's the
really
kid who's
fucking
in the new
good.
Star Wars game, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
That's
also
him.
in
Yeah.
Shameless.
Yeah.
He was originally supposed to play Pennywise before Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill
He was-
Skarsgård did
They
so
look
good.
alike,
He did.
sort of, kind of.
Well, I thought he had that face. I
Yeah.
thought he had
Yeah.
a good face for it, like very
Yeah.
like just the way they
Very
did Tim
clownish.
Mm-hmm.
Curry. He
No.
looked
You
like,
got clown
like a
features.
sideshow freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hard. Yeah, I don't care what
Those
anyone
eyes
says.
with Bill Skarsgård.
I don't care what
that's
anyone
makes
says
him.
about the
Yeah.
it fucking on TV or whatever. Fucking what's his name? Fucking killed it.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. Tim Curry fucking killed
What's
it as
his
it.
name?
Because I'm drawing blanks right now because I'm trying to think of a fucking name and I can't fucking.
Tim Curry in his prime would have been a good Joker.
Yeah.
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 In his prime would have been a good Joker, but see, he would have had 2 clown roles then, so it probably would have
Maybe.
rubbed
Then
people the wrong
then
way.
he'd just be playing John Wayne Gacy and
Yeah,
could've just fucked
next
it.
thing you know, he's playing. Yeah,
oh,
He's
Bozo
just
the
a
Clown
clown.
documentary.
yeah.
Can
Featuring
you imagine
Tim
him as
Curry.
Mr. Freeze?
Who can we
No.
have play Mr. Freeze?
Definitely not Arnold.
No, that was
It's time
that,
for
that, that was
Deep Freeze.
that was a mistake. Jeff Goldblum.
I
He
could see
sells
that.
the professor. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
He instantly sells professor.
I can see
You
that.
put
Yeah.
a fucking glass bowl over his head, frosted
Yeah.
up a bit. You got your Dr. Freeze.
Yeah, a
Do it
smart
for
song.
110 grand.
Time for a chill.
Well, I mean, Dr. Freeze wasn't like out of all the Batman villains, he was the least crazy.
He was the most, yeah.
He was the most sane. He just
I mean,
wanted
his-
to save his
He
wife.
just wants to save his wife, man. And
Like-
Batman's just like, nah, B.
Yeah.
Not in my city.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm also the world's smartest person, and I could save your wife, but fuck you.
Yeah. I'm gonna beat you up.
Oh my god.
What you think about in the Dexter era, Michael C. Hall as the Riddler?
As the Riddler? I would like that. That'd be really good.
Dexter.
You never saw the show Dexter?
I don't know.
What? That's
never
such a
saw the
good
show
show.
Dexter?
I don't know anything.
No.
Have you ever heard
I don't.
of
I,
Dexter?
I
I've heard
know
of
it.
the
Like
show.
I know.
It's a
I know
great
what the
show,
guy
man.
looks
It's
like.
so good.
I know.
Well, the first 4 seasons.
I know
were
people
great.
hated the fucking ending.
No, it was terrible.
Oh, what? Where he becomes a
Super-
lumberjack?
Yeah,
And
Canada.
abandons everything.
Yeah.
Fucking retarded.
Well, yeah, that show ran like 5 seasons too long, but that's a whole other thing.
Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know why I couldn't remember his fucking name.
Jake
I've been
Gyllenhaal
thinking
What
this
about
whole
the
time
fucking,
as the Riddler.
as the Riddler.
What was his name?
I just-
Trevor or Travis in Dexter? The Alpha Omega Killer?
Oh, I don't remember the actor's name though.
He'd be a good Joker. He's got that tall, slim look.
I mean, he's got the look. Oh, he played the killer too.
He
probably-
did play the killer really well.
Yeah, so he would have the. How about the dude that played the Trinity Killer? Actually, is an older Joker.
Oh, John Lithgow?
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow?
When he was younger.
I don't know if I would do him as the Joker, but I could see him as
John Lithgow was really good in that show.
he was great in that fucking show.
He was the best one.
Hello,
honestly.
Kyle Morgan.
Yeah, he was the best one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What can I see him
This,
as?
this might sound like a long shot, right?
Okay.
Hear me
He
out.
seems Two Face.
For Deadshot.
Yeah.
Deadshot.
For Deadshot.
John Krasinski. How the fuck? Where? How
John Krasinski.
Yeah. He played Jack. He plays a good Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Plays a good Jack Ryan.
good Deadshot. I could even see him as
Because
Deathstroke too.
Yeah.
Nah,
no, sorry, that's
Deathshot.
Deathstroke.
No, Deadshot. It's hard because like
Because they're like the same thing.
sort of.
But like I
But
feel
one's
like
with guns and one's with the sword and guns.
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean he's got that slender muscular build.
John Krasinski. I could see him playing one of them.
Deathstroke.
No,
could see him
I can see him
playing
playing Deadshot. I think Deathstroke always is a little older. He's an older man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deadshot's younger.
Yeah.
And I can't buy John Krasinski with a sword in his hand. I'm sorry, I just can't buy it.
Yeah, but yeah, he has
I
a
just
mask
see
on
Jim
the whole
from The
time.
Office with a sword.
Well,
in his hand.
technically, if you think about like when he was Slade, he was much younger.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
what I
they did
mean?
a Teen Titans movie.
Well, think about they're doing a younger Batman.
That's true.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's- well, Robert Pattinson,
Robert
yeah.
Pattinson. Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be
yeah.
it's gonna be based off of
Forgot about that.
like his first year or something, like a tale of like his first year being Batman.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Deadshot, because Deadshot's black.
Deadshot's French.
Is he?
Yeah,
I thought he was black.
he's French.
Well, that's just because Will Smith played him.
No, I know that, but I thought
He's
was.
he's probably black now.
Maybe.
I don't know.
They do that shit.
It's hard to keep up anymore.
He's probably black now, but he was originally French.
Nice.
I don't know who I get to play Deadshot, because you know
I don't know.
To me, Deadshot's not. I like him as a villain. He was interesting in like the Arkham games, and he has some good comics associated to him. But he doesn't stick out to me.
He was a white French dude.
He wasn't. He's not like as stand out to me as like a lot of the other ones. So it's hard for me to picture like, oh, this is the perfect Deadshot.
Yeah.
You know, just give me fucking Hugo Weaving playing him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Krasinski. I think Krasinski could pull off a Deadshot just because of the Jack Ryan thing. You know
I'd like to see Jim Carrey do the Riddler again, but dark.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that,
but he would, for what they want to do. You know what I mean? Now, I feel like the longevity of... I mean, don't get me wrong. Jim Carrey still looks fucking young as hell. You know what I mean? For his age. For his age, he's almost like 60.
He looks strung out.
I
But
mean,
what I'm saying
I
is...
was saying, look at him in Kidding. Like, he still looks...
I say that,
he
though, because I
still
feel like
looks
he's at,
young.
like, a point in his life where he could take on, like, that dark role really well.
Oh,
and it's a role he's already played.
Absolutely, 100%. Like the Round the Table thing I watched with like a bunch of comedians. It was a bunch of comedians. It was him, Sacha Baron Cohen, fucking who the fuck else was on there? Fucking Happy Days, the Fonz. Can't think of his name right now.
Oh, Henry
Henry Winkler. Some dude
Principal in the First Scream.
Some dude from some show. I'm not fucking 100%.
They only wrote him in and killed him because
Don
they
Cheadle.
needed to kill in the middle of the movie.
Yeah,
That was added after the fact.
Don Cheadle and
Don Cheadle's good actor.
And what's his name from Cheers? Bartender.
Ted Danson.
They were all on the thing together, and like Jim Carrey.
Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Ted Danson.
Like, I mean, like, you know, it was crazy though to see like that like grouping together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially because like you have someone like as crazy as fucking Sacha Baron Cohen, and like in everything that he fucking does. You know what I mean? Like, and the way they all talk. The crazy thing is they all play.
That's your Deadshot. Sacha Baron Cohen. He's French enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he could do.
He's French enough.
He's fucking well. He could play anything, dude.
Yeah.
He's like a chameleon. You know what I mean? Like he has so many different characters.
But he does his. The thing is with Sacha Baron Cohen, I think
don't
he's
think
a
he
really
would-
great actor, but
I don't think he would do it.
He does his own, you know.
He would, yeah.
characters.
I don't think he would do it. In the
His
first
stuff
place.
is basically just molded to what he is able to do.
Yeah. But like
But I would see him as
like
Deadshot.
Jim Carrey on that talked about that a big thing was he finally took all that pain and he figured out how to like he always brought it out to his work. Like basically like what I got out of it, it was fucking sad listening to all these comedians talk. Is like they all basically said like how much pain they get out by like bringing it to their comedy. You know what I mean? And it was just like it was fucking crazy. Like you know what I mean? Because like you think like this is like a group of happy, cheerful guys. You know what I mean? So like I could totally see him playing a dark Riddler. You know what I mean? But like I feel like at this point he would be too old for the part. You know what I mean?
I mean, does the Riddler have a definite age?
I don't.
I always thought he was comparable in age to
the
to
Joker and Batman.
No, I thought Joker was always older. Well, mostly always older. Some comics he's not, but I always thought he was like the same age as Batman, the Riddler. I don't remember a really old Riddler.
The person
Shia LaBeouf.
The person who's playing the Riddler right now.
That might be good.
Shia LaBeouf needs to be something because he's just out there now.
He is out there now, just living.
So apparently, in the Gotham TV show,
The dude that played him in the Gotham TV
the
show
character
was
could
pretty
be
good.
the character could be.
So was the dude that played Penguin. He was really good.
He could be 26. Yeah, he could be 26 to 30. So that makes
26
him,
is really young.
That makes him
like,
14 to 18 years older than 12-year-old Bruce.
So as Batman, he would be older.
He was still.
He'd be like 10 years older. So
yeah,
just
yeah,
make it
you know what I
round and
mean.
easy.
Yeah, so he was still.
The round number in that be like 15?
12 to 14. I'm just rounding down.
Oh, 12 to 14.
He'd still be closer to the Joker's age at that point, though. You know what I mean? If he was considered older, then
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But yeah, I'd say like 30s. You know what I mean? If you did someone in their 30s.
It's only a matter of time before Billie Eilish plays Catwoman.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
I mean,
Don't disrespect me.
Get
the fuck out.
We already had Halle Berry. All right.
I like Halle Berry.
You know what? You know who'd be good? I don't even care what role he plays, just because he is a good actor. I won't say the Joker, just because I feel like it's maybe now because he's high profile. So many high profile people play the Joker. It's like a little redundant, but maybe as the Riddler, Leo DiCaprio, he could do it. I mean, come on, Django Unchained, he could do anything.
Nah.
He could do anything.
Maybe.
He's got a nice slender look. I don't think he could be a Zaz.
I don't think he would be I think...
You gotta think too. The Riddler doesn't really fight Batman.
No.
You know what I mean? It's more of
he
just plays
wisecracks and condescends.
What
and
about,
plays mind games with
And
him.
he gives them ultimatums.
What about the
pretty
guy who played
No.
Doctor Strange? Benedict Cumberbatch? Isn't that-
much.
He's so good though as Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's true.
Like-
He is. He like it plays.
I
the
feel like
perfect
Benedict
Doctor Strange.
Cumberbatch is.
I feel like he's so wildly off my radar.
He's too good.
Really?
I feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's too like a
I feel
good
like
guy
he could,
almost.
Yeah. That's
His face
true.
doesn't really read menacing to me. Like
No.
yeah, he voiced Smaug, but I mean
But he
anyone
can
could
play
voice
mind
a dragon.
games though. Like he's very like intellectual. He speaks in
And
a way
he's
where he
actually
can
got
play
the
mind
hair
games.
too.
Yeah.
In Sherlock, he has the curly hair,
Yeah.
and I know Riddler has the curly hair with the fucking hat.
Yeah.
I mean, he already has a clown role, but how about Bill Skarsgård as the Joker?
I
Bill
can see
Skarsgård
that.
as the Riddler.
Or the Riddler, yeah.
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 I'm gonna try to get away from Joker because
No, I got you, yeah.
I feel like it's too hard to cast. I feel
What
like
about Poison Ivy? Who would you have play Poison Ivy if she was ever?
Uma
in a
Thurman
Batman
did it pretty
movie?
good.
She did. She
She
did
did pretty good.
she did pretty good.
But
I
if
love the
you
way
were
she
to
looked.
recast
As a
Poison Ivy-
younger, if we're going with this aged Batman, and just because I love this one movie she's in, Chloe Grace Moretz, boy, hit girl.
yeah.
Kat Dennings.
Yeah.
She would be a good Catwoman.
Kat Dennings would be a fucking
Who, Chloe
hot
Grace Moretz?
person.
Yeah, she'd be
Yeah.
a good Catwoman.
I think she would be a good. She would be a good Catwoman.
What's her name? What's her name? The
She's
other
so
one.
hot.
The other one in Zombieland could be Poison Ivy.
Oh, you're talking about Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
I don't know if Emma Stone's too.
I would see her as more of a Catwoman.
No.
I think Chloe Grace
No.
Moretz might be a really good Catwoman.
No, I think
Think so?
Yeah, because she's
like a
played
girl.
some badass roles. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Where like Catwoman's she's just like that. You know what I mean? She's like where like
I feel like Catwoman is a little more physical. Like
Then-
Emma Stone
Yeah.
could, I guess, pull off
Poison Ivy. Was
Poison Ivy more because Poison Ivy's more like I control the plant to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chloe Grace Moretz has
And
more
she was
physical
always-
with the hit girl.
Chloe,
so, like,
oh, hold on, wait. That's not true because she also played Carrie.
that is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I didn't like that version though.
It's just shot for shot the exact same fucking movie as the
like,
first
I
one.
don't like it.
It was alright.
I don't like it.
It was Carrie. It was a Carrie
I
movie.
also don't really like Carrie. Yeah.
No.
They're all gonna laugh.
Yeah,
at
so
you.
I guess I'm biased because I don't really like Carrie.
I mean, Carrie was, it's Carrie. It's just one of
Yeah.
them movies where you're like, oh wow, all right, yeah.
No.
So, but
It is what it is.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's Carrie.
But like no, I mean yeah, because I feel like because Poison Ivy I feel like is more of like she was always more of like a seductress. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, she was a love
What
interest.
about
Yeah.
for Mr. Freeze? What about the dude from Gerald's Game?
Gerald's Game.
Oh, you're talking about the dude that died?
Oh yeah, yeah,
What about him?
yeah.
I feel
That
like
was
he
a fucked up movie, by the way.
It's alright movie.
I like that
I thought
movie.
it was fucked
It was
up.
good.
I never seen it.
My problem with that
That
movie
was
is
that
I
one
went
movie
in.
you came in the one night I was watching when the
She's
dude
handcuffed to the
died
bed.
and she was handcuffed to the bed. Her husband had a heart attack and died.
That
Oh,
declubbing
yeah.
scene though was
Well, that's the whole thing. Is that's all everyone talked about. It was like this massive gore flick. So I was like, all right, this is
It
gonna
wa-
be dope.
it
And
wasn't
like
a gore flick.
25
But
seconds.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
knew, well, did you know the
No, I
story of
knew
Gerald's
what it
Game?
was,
So
yeah.
you should. I mean,
but just the way people talked
well,
about
because I mean that scene was.
it was rough.
I mean, like how you saw like the muscles and tendons
veins.
and the hand
Yeah.
ripping off as she's like,
Yeah,
oof.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, it was brutal. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I could see him as a Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Just someone kind of obscure.
He is pretty obscure, but I could see him in that sort of role.
Yeah.
He's in a lot though, too. That guy is in a lot.
Yeah, but he's one of them guys that's
He's
just
always
just
like
off your radar.
secondary.
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
know his name.
Let's find out.
You know who's played Mr. Freeze? The guy that played Dr. Manhattan in the Watchmen show. His name's Billy Cundiff.
I haven't seen him.
Bruce Greenwood.
What about John Cena?
John fucking Cena. Might as well just keep with the
Here-
fucking
No, he can play the Invisible Man.
Here's one. I can't remember his name.
Ha!
Have any of you watched Altered Carbon?
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I watched an episode of it.
Dude.
My boss told me it's
I could
amazing
see
though.
that.
Altered Carbon.
It's a good show.
I'll look up the cast real quick. I think he would make a
The main character, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'd make a good Mr.
Forget his
Freeze.
name.
He's fucking he's fucking built.
Yeah, he's big.
Like-
He's a big guy.
If you wanted to, actually, if you're
his
thinking
name
about it,
is Joel. His name is Joel Kinnaman.
if you're talking about someone younger playing the Riddler, what about Elijah Wood?
Was he in? Was he in?
He's gone from the big thing to like the weird independent thing, and I think he could do it.
For the Riddler?
Yeah.
No, he's perfect.
Wait, was he?
I
in
think he would be good.
Suicide
I
Squad?
think he's perfect.
Him? He might have been.
Was Joel Kinnaman in Suicide Squad?
How?
Jolene.
When? Who?
He's on the set of.
Oh, he was the fucking He was the what? The cop?
I'll do it.
I was just about to get up.
I'll do it.
He was the cop, right?
Sorry, Julian.
He was Rick Flag.
Rick Flag. No, puppy,
remember
because you're
you.
just gonna squeak it the whole time. Jolene, come here.
Sorry, I gotta look up this dude so you can see who I'm talking about, the Doctor in hand. Because it's so important, because I think he'd be a perfect Dr. Freeze. But I can't get a picture of him. There we go, got a picture of him.
What about Jason Statham as Zaz?
I just don't like Jason Statham.
I think it would be cool.
You don't like Jason Statham?
I could see it.
Your Dr. Freeze.
Yeah.
He played Dr. Manhattan. He could do the whole cold, detached thing.
I could see
I
that.
think he's got the look. He's got the look of a nerd scientist because of his slender nose.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know.
Nerd scientist.
Nerd scientist. There's no other type of scientist.
Yeah.
It's just nerd scientist. It's just nerd scientist.
Yeah, I feel like Joel Kinnaman would be cool.
Yeah.
He's fun. I mean, if you haven't seen Altered Carbon, you gotta watch Altered Carbon. And the second season's about to come out. Show is fucking
My
phenomenal.
boss told me it's a really good show.
It is good.
Yeah.
My dad loves it.
Basically, this is the way the plot starts out.
Don't
Like,
spoil too much.
They live in a utopian future where you can live forever, but you get put in someone else's fucking body. And he happened to be put into someone's
I
body.
heard it's very Blade Runner-esque.
Yes, dude. But imagine watching Cyberpunk 2077 in a fucking TV show.
You mean that game that no one's played yet because it's not out
Well,
yet?
I'm talking about
But
like
imagine
that.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that.
With just that, I mean, it's fucking. It's
Dying
awesome.
Light 2.
It's never coming. I thought they canceled
It just got canceled or something.
Yeah, forever.
Or it got pushed back indefinitely is what they said.
Yeah, it means it's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand, man. I feel like that's such a good game.
That's just like Dead Island 2's never happening.
Yeah.
But it was literally the same thing. It's like they've been working on it forever. Somehow they just can't put sequels out there. I don't know how.
I was excited for it
It's
too.
a
The
shame.
trailer was awesome.
Oh, for Dead Island 2?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
the
Dying
trailer
Light 2. Dying Light 1 was so good. Dying Light 2 looked
fucking
so...
It was
phenomenal.
amazing.
And the second one looked amazing.
Easiest ending fight of all time, but still really good movie.
fucking building.
Tap X 3 times.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's... I don't know why they can't make either of those games work. It feels like it's just something so easy to make, and then they just, like, give up halfway through? I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's what it seems like. You know what? You know who could be a good Joker? And since we're talking about video games, the guy who voiced and played and embodied Trevor from GTA 5.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
The actor looks just like, you know, Trevor in the game. Like,
Yeah.
he was in The Walking Dead as well, I believe. He was
Yeah.
but I feel like that guy would be perfect. Well, not perfect, but I think he would be interesting in that role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's so under the radar, he wouldn't drag anyone out with his name, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I gave her.
But maybe just because it's crazy.
Porcupine. I forgot I had
You know,
a speaker.
maybe Trevor's crazy,
Yeah.
and that's the only reason why I'm saying it. I don't know. He's got a weird look to him. I
He
feel like
does,
he would
yeah.
be good in a. He might be a good Victor Zsasz even if he's bald. For it, I don't know. I want him in something though because he's crazy, and I think he's a good actor if he wants to be.
Yeah.
I think he could pull like sadistic off, I should say. But then again, maybe it's just because I'm thinking of GTA 5, which was an amazing game.
Yeah, but like, he was good.
He plays crazy well.
He does play crazy well.
You see
But
that?
he's never really acted in front of a camera.
I feel he's more like brutal crazy though.
Or no,
you
he
know
was in
what I
The
mean?
Walking Dead, you said.
He was in The Walking Dead. He was only a minor character
Yeah.
though.
You
I remember seeing him.
You could put him in as the bat that laughs.
I don't know who I'd cast as that yet.
But I mean, like someone like if you're talking like all out fucking crazy, like he's a guy that could play all out fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
That's fucking wild.
Because like you know like that Batman doesn't really have a
Boo is not
defined.
convinced.
Well,
I
I'm
can
saying
tell by
that-
his look. He's not convinced on this.
That Batman doesn't have
It's
a
not going to happen either.
defined
I'm
voice.
trying to put it, and it's just not working.
Well, you gotta imagine too. It's you don't see the person whatsoever, in that whole entire situation. You know what I mean? Like from that, like that's they live and breathe in that fucking costume. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just want that dude to do more because
Yeah.
basically I just want them to make another GTA and have Trevor be the main character again.
So good.
They're not going to do that though. It's probably going to be San Andreas or something. Probably.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
They're making a sixth one, but no one knows what it is yet.
Yeah.
No.
And hopefully they make a Bully 2. God damn it!
That's
That'd
never
be
going to happen.
amazing
There was too
if
much
they did.
controversy in that. Too much controversy in that game.
Yeah.
And there isn't in
Like,
GTA. Every time a new GTA
Yeah.
comes out, it's like
I'm sorry. Were you running around bullying people in GTA? But don't forget,
That
never
was-
mind the
that was
massacres,
the-
beating up hookers, hitting people with cars, killing cops, robbing banks, robbing stores, stealing cars, stealing planes, reenacting 9/11, dumping bodies. That's all, whatever.
Yeah.
But you weren't picking on people.
Yeah. Well,
So-
Bully wasn't even really like that. I mean,
well, you gave him wedgies and
Yeah,
threw him
but-
into TVs and
Yeah.
shit.
yeah, but I mean,
Swirly, like fucking. It's a mini game.
you cleaned up the school.
Yeah, but imagine if they did it like with relevant, like today, like not character, like groups. You have like goth kids, like not even like today, but like not like 50s groups. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that makes it more.
Modern.
Yeah, when you have like the 50s groups, it's more like, almost cartoony.
Yeah. I think they might do it. It would sell like hotcakes though. That shit would
Yeah.
sell. But so would GTA. Anything they make sells though. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
they did Red Dead 2, Yeehaw Skyrim. You know,
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
flopping with the online in Red Dead.
I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck. That game is. Ah,
Oh, I
good.
know. The story is fucking amazing. But
Masterpiece.
they're just spending so much time on GTA Online that they just kind
What
of...
game do you think had the most boring ending? I already know mine.
Boring ending.
God, I can't even think.
Gears 3.
Oh, why? Because it was all happy. You mean? Because it was like the end, and they're like, "Yeah, we did it."
No, because that's not how it ended.
That is how it ended.
No, it's not. They hit the fucking monster with the hammer at dawn, and then it just cut out, and it was like, all right, so the war waged on for years, and that was it. There was nothing else.
No, then he was on the beach.
Yeah, he was on the beach and they were reminiscing
just-
on Dom's
Yeah, but you
death
know what?
and
All
shit.
they did was be like, hey, look, we hit him with the hammer of dawn, and then it was just gone, done, over.
I'm trying to think of like
Assassin's Creed 3.
Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5. It's a cutscene where you shoot a rocket launcher at a dude that's in a volcano, and the rocket launcher kills him. Dude's literally
Yeah.
drowning in lava,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the rocket launcher is what does it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you gotta punch a boulder. Fuck that.
Punch a boulder.
Man.
Tap X. Punch boulder. You win.
I was so pissed at God of War in that first. Well, when I thought that was like the first fight, and you killed that other god when he just snapped his neck
yeah.
and threw him into the planet. I was like, that's it. You
Boulder?
just rammed him through a
Yeah.
You rammed him through a fucking mountain with a tree.
That first
and then
fight
you just
went
broke
on
his neck. Like, come on.
forever.
I was so good though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
That game was so
beautiful.
good.
That shit was fucking
I know
beautiful.
you
Didn't it
never
win
beat
Game
it.
of the
You
Year?
never beat it.
I didn't
Yeah.
finish it, but that
It
was a
did.
really fun game.
It
Yeah.
beat Red Dead
Yeah.
2.
I was kind of pissed.
Game of the year, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm
kinda
still a little pissed about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Red Dead deserved
Just
it.
the character.
But like,
the whole
here's the
Arkham
thing:
Organ
the
we-
story
We know.
arcs
We
in
know.
the story arcs in Red Dead 2, and everything about it was fucking phenomenal. The reason why God of War won,
It's because they changed the formula.
they changed the whole
Yeah,
formula.
they
They
did.
created
But
a
see,
whole new game out of.
I'm gonna counter this
character.
argument with another argument. That world was fucking alive. I saved some Tom, Dick, and Annie over here, and they remembered me. They helped me out over here, and it wasn't a story beat. It was just a random
I
encounter.
sucked the venom out of this one guy, and he remembered me, and he gave me booze.
No, you know what broke my heart? You know the nun.
Arthur Morgan, why?
The nun on the train station. When she comes and talks to you.
Yeah, that shit broke
and he talks about his son.
Since,
I'm scared.
I missed that.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
I'm just scared.
Don't fucking bring that
Dude,
part up.
I missed that in my first playthrough. So when I saw that for the first time when we were playing it, I was
cried. I cried. I was like,
cried.
I was like, I was like, my man's getting sick.
I probably brought this story up on this podcast twice, but I bring it up every time we talk about this shit.
It gets me
Do
every
it.
time.
My horse.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my
My
God.
horse. I was riding, and like there's this family outside the first town. I think it was Valentine or whatever the town's called, and they were building a house together as a family. And there was like a group of outlaws trying to shoot them up, and I was like, "Yo, these are my boys." So I came rolling in, Yeehaw Skyrim, put my horse down, was shooting. They're shooting at me, they missed, and then like everything's done. All I hear in the side is, and my horse is on the ground dying. So I go to his like horse medicine. You don't got it. And it's like,
the horse
okay.
alive. Oh no.
And I'm like, okay.
no-
He's like,
no-
put it out of its misery. And he literally like points the gun to its head, like, sorry, girl. And it shoots, and I lost it.
Nothing was more heartbreaking when he was trying to get
I
away.
lost it.
When he was trying to get away at the end, and they fucking took your horse out.
Yeah.
And
he
he like,
stopped for a second and
Yeah.
said goodbye. Like, that shit got me.
But see, here's the thing that really got
Guys
me.
are soft.
yo, did
Here's
you
the thing-
play Red Dead 2?
He didn't beat it.
I didn't beat it
Oh,
because
dude, because
He
You're
got
just fucking
bored.
heartless.
I got bored.
He got bored with
the island was
riding.
the worst part.
I got bored.
He didn't get to that part.
No, I got so bored with like, hey man, go do this 5-minute mission 40 fucking minutes away.
You could
No.
fast travel in the game.
Not when you were wanted, and I was always wanted. Because I got bored.
That's your fault.
Yeah, that's your fault for sucking and not knowing how to get rid of
My
wanted.
fault for what? Manhandling an entire fucking town in a bar fight?
Yeah.
No, that's their fault for stepping.
Yeah.
Anyway. But see, the worst part
And then
about
the weird serial killer thing I got into, we already know about that.
Yeah.
the worst part about the horse thing though was the walk back.
Yeah.
Mine
I
got hit
walked
by a
back
train.
and I realized all my shit was on the saddle still.
Yeah.
So I walked back to where my decaying now, because they did that in this game, decaying horse body was. I picked up the saddle and I walked to town, and it was quiet. And there was nothing. It was just me holding the saddle, just reminding me
And
like
it took you forever
this
to walk
thing
there.
that I literally was raising in this game that like was helping me along the way is gone now.
Did you get attached to Tamagotchis?
No.
No.
No, I
I had
didn't.
Tamagotchis.
I
Did
know.
you get
love
attached to them?
No.
No.
I thought they were awesome though.
I don't know why. I was so attached to this fucking horse. I mean,
It was just a story in Red
Mine
Dead.
got
It
hit by
you
a
so attached to all
fucking
the
train under
characters.
just hilarious circumstances. Because I refused to walk up to the horse.
Yeah.
It will come to me. And I kept whistling to it. It would take like a step forward and then like think I'm going to walk up to it. So I kept being like, come here, come here. And then at one point I didn't realize the train was coming. So I was like, come here and spring. And my horse got hit by a train.
I probably would have laughed
I mean,
in that situation.
That's
though.
the horse's fault.
But see, the problem is the situation I was in.
Yeah.
The thing was in pain, dying, and I shot it. And he literally said sorry before it. It's not a scripted thing. It wasn't like a cutscene. I just aimed a gun at it, and he literally said sorry, girl, as I was pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this wasn't like
Yeah.
scripted. It
Yeah.
just fucking happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think like when it comes to
It was good.
worst fucking endings though. Like that's like it's fucking hard.
Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah, well I mean you already said that.
Shit.
Desmond fucking touches the piece
Yeah,
of Eden and
fuck
just dies.
that.
Yeah.
There's other ones out there.
There's a lot of them out
Yeah.
there.
Dead Space 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say
like,
Dead Space 3.
You go on the moon, you kill the Bip Bop, it's all
Bip Bop?
actiony, it's blowing up, and then you think he dies, and then you hear intercom like go, Ellie, Ellie, I'm still alive.
You do that so well.
Oh, I know one. Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Dragon
That
Age
shit was
Inquisition.
so
Yeah, where it's like everything you
anticlimactic.
did doesn't matter.
Yeah. It was like, like literally, it was like the final scene of you running up to fight like the
Corypheus.
villain, the Corypheus.
Yeah.
It looks like Lord of the Rings, and it's fucking beautiful. And you're like, oh man, this is gonna be fucking
It pumps
epic.
you up.
And you get there, and it's just, ha, ha, ha. Oh wait, that dragon I saved came and just fucking wiped him out. Oh,
Yeah.
he's dead. And he just goes, ah, and then it was just like, oh,
We did it.
we did it. And they're
Yeah,
like, we're
okay.
all gonna leave you now. Like, thank you for saving everyone. And then
nothing to do.
everyone just disappears in the castle that you built, and you spent this whole entire game amassing in this army of people, and everyone's just gone. And you're just like, oh,
That was it.
alright. Like, that's cool.
There was nothing
But
to do after that.
you know what fucking broke me at probably the same level of fucking because you didn't have Xbox. At the same level Red Dead 2 broke me.
What?
Was Halo Reach.
Oh,
Really?
When Cortana died?
No, Halo Reach.
Uh,
When you were the original the original 6 Spartans.
Yeah.
Technically it was 7 because you were 0.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it was before they
was
made
it Halo 3 where Cortana died? Or whatever it was called? Not
4.
Cortana.
It was 4.
4.
What was it, Cortana? What was it?
4.
It's called Cortana.
Cortana,
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cortana died in 4. But
Yeah.
not like it was like how Master Chief is Spartan 007. It was the Spartans that they made basically Master Chief, who he was, like all the DNA and shit. And
I
like
think I played Reach,
it was,
actually.
dude, Reach was brutal. 'Cause
Reach was pretty good, yeah.
One by one, as you progress through the missions.
A lot of people didn't play because it wasn't a Master Chief one.
Yeah,
so,
but you didn't realize that like like you know how like the beginning of
and
Halo,
ODST sucks,
it fucking you start off on that ship.
Mhm.
Well, their whole point and objective was to make sure that ship got out, that Master Chief was on. But one by one, every single one of the Spartans died. Like, and then the final fucking scene is like you see the fucking ship flying away and shit like that, and Covenant ships are just coming down, and literally it just says survive. And it's literally
Nice.
like you fight as long as you can, and the final fucking scene is you see like the shadows, and he's fucking punching them like as much as he can, like shooting them, and you see them just stab him through the fucking chest.
Okay, how about
Like that
this?
shit broke me. I was like, yo, I'm like, this dude fought through everything. Like every single one of the squad like dies like on the way like for this mission, and like you think that like he basically saved the future, and he just fucking dies right on that battlefield.
Sad.
It was.
It was pretty sad. I do agree that was sad. It didn't get me like.
Because it was around the time of Gears of War 3 and shit like that, so I was
Yeah.
buzzing off of like,
Oh, when Dom died.
yeah, like I was buzzing off that. I'm like, it's another guy that like
Okay,
had to sacrifice
I would've-
everything, and like
honestly,
they never got to see
Don's
the
death
future.
Don's death to me wasn't even the most memorable in that game. I was about to ask what's like memorable deaths in games
Yeah,
for you. For me, the most memorable death, I think, just because it was brutal, was Anthony Carmine in the second one. When you find him and he's all decomposed and he's all melted, he's like an egg or something.
yeah,
Shit was fucking rough.
the shit was fucked.
And because everyone loves the Carmines because
Yeah.
they die, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know.
The
Because they
one-
look cool because
the
they're in the
one-
cog gear.
the
Like,
one,
I don't know.
the one finally survives.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, and the 3. I really
Yeah.
thought 3 was disappointing all around, honestly, though.
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing.
And then
Yeah.
4 was very disappointing. I never even finished it.
Yeah,
Gears
Cool,
5.
I didn't
Gears
even play.
4. Gears 4 was the one where you started off and you were fighting the robots, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Fucking stupid.
yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Fucking
What was a good death in the
dumb.
game? Resident Evil 3. When you first see Nemesis and he just
No.
fucking puts the thing through the guy's head.
She hasn't seen it yet.
No.
Ah.
Well,
She's never played. I'm
It's
breaking
okay.
her into the series from the
Okay.
beginning.
I mean, you're not going to have any kind of real hint leading up to it.
No, it's literally the first
Okay.
scene that fucking happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally the first scene in the game when they introduce Nemesis. Like
Yeah.
they introduce Nemesis as a threat immediately.
of course, Arthur
Yeah.
Morgan
Yeah.
is very
Oh,
memorable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very memorable
Yeah.
when he dies.
Um,
I was broken for days.
You know
Yep,
what?
same.
I was depressed for 3 or 4
Yeah.
or 5 days.
It was probably one of the
Sorry.
most controversial. But like I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was a good ending. Was the ending of Mass Effect?
Everyone hates it, but I also
Yeah.
agree it was fun.
It made sense.
They just had to.
It made sense.
You just have to let it go.
He sacrificed. He was one that that's the other thing too. I think is why like even Reach hit me as hard as it did was because for a while it was, especially on Xbox, it was those characters that fought everything they had and they made the ultimate sacrifice in the end. Like you knew like, and when it happened, like you knew like you were content with it because you're like they led this path here. Like they knew it was all or nothing in the first. And Commander Shepard he died
Yeah.
before. Like you know what I mean? Like
Another one that was memorable, and it wasn't really, you didn't see the death, but it was just memorable to me, maybe because it was one of my favorite games, was when you found out that, actually, the name was Ellie, I think, and then it was a different girlfriend later. I think it was Ellie who died in Dead Space 1, you do the whole thing trying to save your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
she's dead already.
Yeah.
And like he's like getting off and like I'm on the ship and like she's attacking him.
Yeah.
And like
Oh man, the opening I don't know if you played it. I don't know if any of you played this game. Did anyone play Shadow of Mordor?
No.
I played Shadow
played
of Mordor.
That opening scene where he kills the fucking Wraith's family.
Yeah.
Just like talking, it's just like yup, yup,
Yeah.
yup. It's just like
yeah. That
holy
shit's
shit.
crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
the first of the new Wolfensteins too, when you had to choose between who lives and who dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
between the
Irishman and the young kid.
young kid,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
I think did it even choose the one? I forget if the one you picked
you
lives
could.
or not.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
No, but I didn't know if it was like they chose the other one or not. Like you chose like this one dies, but then they killed this one. I forget if it was
I
like
remember.
that. I just remember though it was like it's fucked up because like I loved like the drunken fucking surly pilot.
Yeah.
But like the young kid,
I
like,
saved
it's
the surly pirate.
I saved the surly guy, the surly
Yeah.
pilot. But
That was a fucked up ending at the
Yeah.
end of Wolfenstein 1 because, like, you didn't know that they were going to make another one. You know what I mean? And, like, they're like, BJ, you safe? And he's like, yeah, get going, I'll catch up. And he's just, like, fucking laying there in, like, a pool of his own blood. I was like,
the second
fuck
one's
you,
good,
BJ!
too.
Fuck you!
Was it
Like,
going on the third one too?
I think. Well, they had the was that Young Blood,
yeah, I heard it did awful.
It didn't do good.
the co-op one, but I think they're going to come out with an actual third one. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were cleared for 2.
Yeah, I heard that one wasn't good at all.
I
heard
can't
it was
wait
really
for
bad.
The Last of Us 2.
Yo, that's
gonna
the
be-
you wanna talk
Oh.
memorable death. The first fucking
Oh my
15
god!
minutes.
His
I like
daughter.
just like in tears.
Oh my god!
I watched a fucking
I
thing of
remember
the
that.
actors that actually did it, like rewatching the
Yeah.
scene, and
They
they're
cried.
yeah,
They say they cry every time they rewatch that scene.
yeah, and the guy who plays the brother is
Oh,
just sitting there like
God.
this. He's just like,
It's so rough.
Yeah. It
Oh,
is every time.
The best thing about not the best thing about it, but I know you hate him. So before we talk about this, I get it. He plays the high guy in every movie. Anyway, Seth Rogen wanted to get into playing video games like
Yeah.
on YouTube, and
Yeah.
he chose The Last of Us for the first thing.
Oh no.
And he wanted to make jokes the whole time, you know.
yeah,
And he's literally going through the thing. He's like, "This ain't even fucking funny." He starts crying, and then he never did it again.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much exactly how everyone went
Yeah.
into that game because like no one expected it to fucking start off like that.
Yeah.
No, 'cause
I was so pumped up to play that game.
yeah,
Oh
and
my
it just
God.
like gut
It
punch,
just hit
and
you.
then like
yeah.
Destroys you, and then the ending's sad too. I mean, like yeah, he saves
Ellie, yeah,
Ellie. There's
But
a lot
there's
of
that-
Ellies in video games now. That
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. A lot of Ellies.
Yeah,
But
there's
anyway,
the undertone that Joel
Yeah,
lied
but, like,
to Ellie.
Joel lied to Ellie, which is probably gonna be a big thing in the second one.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
And he doomed humanity,
Because she.
but he
was
couldn't give up
secure.
another daughter.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, because they find out. 'Cause-
It's okay.
did you ever play The Last of Us?
I finished half of it.
Ah, dude, it was.
'Cause I just don't like PlayStation.
The story was so good.
It's okay.
It's okay.
not for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't
The
like
story was
PlayStation.
so
I love
good.
PlayStation.
So do
Yeah, I
I.
love it too.
Don't get me wrong, that was a great game, but like every time I was playing it in my room, I was like, man, I have an Xbox out in the living room.
So really, what you're telling me is you should have put the PlayStation in the fucking living room.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah, that's basically what I'm telling you.
Yeah, because
And
everything.
you didn't
Got them.
beat God of War. You didn't beat The Last of Us
I
because
didn't
of
like-
this
I didn't
nonsense.
I didn't like stuff in my room.
I fucking hate
It
you.
was the DVD player for my room.
Oh my god. Well, you
That's
had
what the
two
X-
Xboxes.
Yeah, that's what the Xbox
did.
should have been.
You had two of them.
and,
Two.
and now you got a PC and everything. You don't even need an Xbox anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all on PC now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to get a new Xbox when the new one comes
You
out.
could literally just
No
get.
point.
No
yeah,
point.
you could literally just
Yeah.
get
I mean,
the Xbox
there's a
Game Pass
point
if
to
you
get a
wanted to.
PS5. Yeah.
Yes.
The point is the exclusives.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know.
and all the Japanese titles. And
I
shit
mean,
that they
I
have,
don't-
too,
I don't
like,
know-
like all the RPGs. I
don't
like
care about that
RPGs.
shit either.
Yeah.
Well, because Square Enix hasn't put out a good fucking Final Fantasy. There you go.
Yeah.
There's a ton of fucking disappointing
Oh,
Final
yeah.
Fantasy
Oh,
endings.
Yeah.
But like,
Fucking 1 through 15! All of them except for 7 and 9!
15, I think, was the worst one, though. Recently.
15 was recently, yeah. 13 was fucking awful.
I like 13.
13-2 was fucking awful. 13-3 was fucking awful. 10-2 was
20
fucking
games.
awful.
How are there 3 fucking 13s?
Here's the
Because
thing.
there was 13, then
13-2, and then 13...
and then Lightning Returns.
Lightning
So
It
that
was
sounds
all about,
like
one
14
character.
and 15.
Wasn't one of them like
No,
a musical game or
because
something?
14 was online.
Some weird shit like that. I'm thinking of
15 was,
on
15
DS,
was
never mind.
the last
Probably.
game that came out and it was awful.
So there's 15 iterations, but there's actually like 25 games.
There's a lot.
And they're all terrible except for 2 of them.
No, there's some good ones out there.
Yeah, 12 was good.
12 was good.
10 was good.
9 was good.
10 was good. 9 was
7, everyone talks about, but
yeah.
it's
They just need to let it go. They need to let 7 go. It looks beautiful. The fucking gameplay and all the shit. It looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
It also
15
looks
was
boring.
just
It looks like you
Yeah.
mash X to survive.
Sephiroth looked better in Advent Children was a movie that fucking came out fucking like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
All the characters look better in a movie that came out 10 years ago.
I don't know. That's like the new Nancy Drew game I just bought.
Yeah.
That shit was made in 2019, and it looks
Yeah.
like it was made in 1993.
Like when I got to watch Advent Children finally, because I remember it was just hard to fucking find because back then you couldn't like get like Japanese stuff as easy.
Do you remember that one Final Fantasy movie that wasn't a Final Fantasy movie
Yeah,
set in
I know.
space? I love that movie.
Yeah.
Though.
It was so weird.
I love that movie, but
Yeah.
like
Good.
it was like CG,
Yeah.
fully CG. It's the first movie like that too.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I'd like to give Alan Wake another chance.
Alan Wake
It
was
was
good.
phenomenal.
I never finished it.
Alan
Yeah.
Wake was really good.
I
Yeah.
thought it was hard.
That game made me cry. At the
We were
end.
playing that on our first YouTube channel.
Yeah, that game made me cry.
Yeah,
at the
never
end.
made the cut.
Never made the
Yeah.
cut.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that was because of me.
You edited
I
it.
It was
edited it.
awful that I have really good Murdered. Sole Suspect. I have really high hopes for that game. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Okay, the biggest burn of a video game I've ever gotten. Biggest fucking burn. Oh my god, I can't believe I spent $60 on this game.
What?
The Order 1886.
Oh, the
It's
cutscene.
4 hours long with 3 hours of cutscenes, 1 hour of game, $60 fucking dollars. It should have just been a movie.
4 hours of
4 hours of total game, pretty
Yeah.
much, with 3 hours of cutscenes.
why?
I don't know
I
why.
heard that people were really mad about that
Oh
game.
man, I don't know why, Des.
Yeah.
You know what was a game that was disappointing? Evolve. Evolve was really
Oh
disappointing.
man,
Yeah.
that one broke my heart.
Yeah,
I
it
spent
looked
$200
really
on that
cool,
game.
Yeah, you did.
I spent $200 on that one.
Yeah, I remember I was like, you let me know how it is. And you're like, it's fucking awful.
I played it the first night. Colleen bought it for me. I played it the first night. The next day, she was like, "Oh, you gonna play that game? I want to check it out." I was like, "No, I'm not."
Like, this is bad. You know what?
The first round was fun.
Yeah.
Then when I went to the second round, I was like, "Oh, cool! 20 more minutes of fucking following
Yeah.
footprints."
Yeah.
You know what, you do yourself a favor if you want to play a good horror game. If you haven't, Layers of Fear.
I have that game.
Layers of Fear is really good.
It
Yeah.
is
I have that.
fucking phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really talk shit on Evolve because I play Hunt.
It's different.
Hunt's
different.
So fun.
Evolve just seemed different from what it was actually.
Evolve.
Going to be,
It wasn't
like,
even different
I
from
don't
what
know.
they
It was like Hunt and
advertised.
Overwatch mix.
It was like just that though.
Yeah.
It was just
yeah,
like
there was nothing else.
it was
to
like
it.
2 monsters,
I think 3.
something like that. Not
Doesn't
a lot.
matter. Not a lot.
Yeah.
4 hunters to start with, or 8 hunters to start with. It was nothing. It was just like, and it was the same gameplay loop. So it was like it was a good idea. Is the thing. It was like an idea. It was new. The asymmetrical multiplayer
Thank
thing.
you.
That was the first game to do that. It was like new, and I haven't really found a game. I guess you like this one, Dead by Daylight. I think
Love that game.
that's sort of like that, but that's a lot more in depth because
Well, because
it's just it's
Yeah,
a different angle on it. You know.
Yeah.
you have goals you have to accomplish in the meantime.
Yeah.
Like you have to avoid the killer and get the generators, and there's things to find. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. I want to play last year, the one with the giant spiders.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Yeah.
terrifying because of giant spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate spiders.
Yeah, this game is literally giant
Oh
spiders.
god, Evolve did burn me.
No. Yeah.
Evolve, that was really upsetting.
Oh, how am I going to talk about video game deaths without talking about this one? Fucking Roland.
Yeah.
Fucking Borderlands 2. Fucking Roland.
Yeah.
Oh my
Borderlands 2, That
god.
shit was so out
Like
of
no
left
one
field.
dies. It's Borderlands.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a happy-go-lucky, you're like a cartoon fucking
Yeah.
maniac, and then
Yeah.
Roland dies.
But nothing
Just like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
and you're like,
nothing was worse than playing Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep
Yeah,
and
which he
having
has-
a blast and laughing so hard for it to come to the end where they're like,
yeah,
Yeah.
Roland's dead, and
Yeah,
like, she
and
has
you're
to just
just like-
accept it.
you're just like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? And it's Tiny Tina crying.
That was a good time killer game. Bulletstorm.
Bulletstorm was amazing.
That game was so much fun to kill time with.
Yeah.
Bulletstorm was so fucking good.
Yeah.
The game was so fun.
During the demo, actually, little known fact about me. During the demo, I was one of the top 10 people in the world in it.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, I had one of the top 10 scores in it. In the online multiplayer on the PS3.
Yeah.
You know what was great that I feel like lost its potential? Was Condemned.
That's an old game.
I
Yeah,
love
it is
Condemned
old.
though. That fucking
I
game
love the
scared the
second one.
fuck out of me.
Second one was good.
They were both good.
Yeah, they're both
Yeah.
really good.
Like I loved how like in the
I
first
sort of wish
game,
they would make another one, but they wouldn't. I don't know.
I don't know if
I don't know
if
how
it
they
would
would do it.
Or
I don't
like,
know if it would
oh, you
work.
know what burned me
I
pretty
can tell
bad?
you right now, in the next 2 years, horror games are going to make a huge resurgence.
You know what
I
burned
hope
me
so.
really bad?
I
Fear.
think so.
I think so. Oh,
Fear?
Fear 3 was so bad.
It
I
was
never
like
played 'em.
it was. They were phenomenal, and then the
I always
third one
wanted
was
to.
so fucking bad.
It was
like,
so bad. It was a
beyond
co-op
bad.
action. It was the same thing that happened with Dead Space 3.
Yeah.
It became a co-op action.
You
Yeah.
should just leave it at 2 then.
It's almost
It
like
was so-
it's almost like when you put co-op into horror, it doesn't work. That's why I don't think the next what's that game? Outlast is going to be any good.
It's gonna be co-op.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be co-op.
It takes some of the fear out of it.
It's almost like if you take away isolation in an isolation-based horror game, it doesn't fucking work.
It's like 4-man
Yeah.
co-op and
The only
Isolation.
reason
Yeah.
why it might work for Outlast is the core loop of you cannot kill the thing.
Yeah.
But I still think having another person there won't help you. Like imagine like me and you playing it, or me and you and playing it, and we're just joking around. The whole
I
time.
love the Outlast games. I beat them all. And you can't do that online. There's no co-op
No.
for that.
No.
Because like I mean imagine like you like the Outlast game. Say you play with me. I'm just gonna be making jokes to you the whole time. I'm gonna ruin it for you.
Well, not even that. You
I'm
can't
gonna ruin it
You
for
can't
you.
ruin that game. But like, the point
Yes,
of
I could.
the point of Outlast is the fact of like
Imagine
you
me
have
just
to get to
running
the
off and getting
place.
killed and then ending the game multiple times in a row.
Who the fuck says it's got to end once you die?
I think that's how it would be. There's no game where it's just like, okay, your co-partner's dead. All right, now play the whole game and your co-partner can watch.
I think that would actually be an interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
If you die, you're out. That's it. And it doesn't
'Cause that's
restart.
really what happens.
It doesn't
I mean-
restart at like the next save point or the last save point until the other person dies. Which gives you more of a reason to not fuck around and actually work together.
Yeah.
You know what's I don't know if you know that they're doing though. On Netflix, apparently they're making a Resident Evil series.
Yeah, I heard about
Yeah.
that.
I'm hyped for
Well,
that.
they
It's gonna be based off Resident Evil 7, apparently.
is it? No, I heard it's gonna be based off the first one.
Is it? I heard Resident Evil 7.
That would be a cool. That would be a cool one to
I
base
heard
it
they're
off of.
making an
though.
8. I heard they're making an 8
I hope they
based
make
off
it
of
right.
the 7. Like after 7.
How? You really?
I thought 7 was like a one-off though. How would
Yeah,
it base
7
off
kind
of
of wrapped
7?
itself up at the end.
No, because you don't remember at the end, Chris Redfield's son?
Yeah.
Oh well, okay, it's based flimsily off that, but I'm saying it's not based off that family in the bayou.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
but it's
They're all dead.
no,
Yeah,
it,
that's what I'm
it's
saying,
it's like
yeah.
going off that story,
The ending.
like the ending.
I mean, I'd be fine with that. I hope they make a third person again.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked Resident Evil 7. I really think it's like the best. I mean, Resident Evil 2 was great, like remade, but I don't consider that as like a new game. So I'm just
Yeah.
throwing it out there. It was like the best new Resident Evil in a long time. It was better than 5, better than 6.
Resident
Yeah.
Evil Revelations 2 was really good.
But
I
I
heard
think
that was really good. I
That
never
Here's
played
the
that
thing,
one.
here's the
really
thing,
good.
though.
I
I
really
think-
liked that one because you played as multiple people.
yeah, I think that one that got actually really that and Umbrella Corps got like huge fucking scores
That was
for a Wii game.
Fantastic
For a
game.
Wii game. I mean, here's the thing. I think Leon's part in 6 was more Resident Evil than 7 was.
Well, they're totally different games. Resident Evil 7 is basically
No,
standalone.
Resident Evil 6, because I don't feel like Resident Evil 7 is a Resident Evil game.
I do.
It doesn't
Going
feel
back
like
to its
Resident
horror
Evil.
core.
That's not. None of them played like that.
Well, what? Because none of them were first person?
Just it felt more like I was playing Outlast,
I don't know.
where I had to grab,
Anything,
I
would
had
say
to
would be-
find stuff, I had
If you
to
were to compare it
escape.
to something else, it would be if anything you would be playing like you were playing Silent Hill, which is.
Or
same
yeah,
thing.
Silent Hill.
Yeah.
It's not. They're not really the same thing.
I look at it as a Resident Evil game. We could go back and forth, but we just don't see eye to eye on
No,
this
I'm
one.
saying like yeah, I know. I'm not saying that it wasn't good. I enjoyed.
I'm
it,
just
but,
gonna
like,
skip this conversation because there's nothing I could tell you and there's nothing you could tell me to change my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave it at
It's a
that.
moot point.
Yeah.
So I got you there, but I really do think it was like it
I think
returned
it was-
into its more horror roots. It returned into its more you're desperate and
Yeah.
you gotta actually conserve ammo.
Yeah.
And shit.
Absolutely.
good.
I do think, and a lot.
Well, that's
I
what
think all the Resident Evils do this. By the way, Especially the later ones, like I think 3 did this and 4 did this. By the end, they always overkilled with the monsters.
Yeah.
100% always overkilled with the monsters.
There's always that ghost child running around.
It's like just like in 7, like the last area, like they overkilled it with the monsters.
Yeah.
But they do that. They literally do that in every Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
Because it's like upping the horror, but no, just you can keep it at the same thing.
Yeah.
I understand that like more things means your ammo is even scarcer.
I
but
think
it just like breaks it for me.
I think
because then
would've
I
been-
just run past everything.
I think
at
would
that
have been
point.
great
Yeah.
in 7 is that you had to escape the house instead of it just grabbing you and picking you up in the air and then you shoot it with the fucking grenade launcher thing and then it just freezes. And
Oh
it's
yeah, the final.
the first while of it was escape the house, and then you find out that you're on a whole fucking
well, that's what I'm talking about. Like
property.
the end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of fighting in that little room,
The grandma.
you know what I mean? Yeah, like you
Yeah.
actually had to like run out of there.
I'll be
know
honest
what
with
I
you,
mean?
I would love a game like Resident Evil 7 with no supernatural part to it, just you're locked in a house with a fucking crazy cannibal family. I think that would be awesome.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would be an Outlast game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a good Outlast game instead of doing a co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make it a crazy cannibal family or something.
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like
It could be confined like an Outlast game too.
like that's why like I don't
Well, you
understand
can-
like in Resident Evil 6. Like when I say like Leon's story was the only one that like it still played like a horror game, like it
Okay.
still played. And then you went to Chris Redfield's story, and then it was fucking super action.
Okay,
and
which
then,
one's better though? Leon's story in Resident Evil 6 or all of Resident Evil 7? What's a better game? I'm not gonna put length because obviously
don't-
Leon's story is only 3 hours in Resident Evil
Yeah,
6.
that's the thing. I don't think there's enough substance in that little bit of Leon that you play that like it didn't make 6 any fucking better. You know what I mean? Like it didn't make like 6 like
Yeah.
the greatest fucking thing in the series. Like 7 was definitely by far better.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like but set like. It was like I said, like it sucked because I went
dad.
when I went in the Leon story, it was like you got that.
Chainsaw battle.
I'm about
Yeah.
to start that on VR too. I just
Yeah, oh, fuck
Oh, that'd be
that.
so good on VR.
Fuck that.
about to start that on VR.
Oh, there's fucking muck monsters.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
that shit.
I'd
Imagine getting
get
your
sick.
hand
Dude,
stabbed.
they were
and it's all right
horrifying.
here.
They were
I can't do
horrifying. We
VR.
jumped way too many fucking times.
I hear it's like the scariest game in VR that's still out and it's been out for
Yeah,
like
CJ
5
said
years.
it was
Yeah.
fucked up.
I'd like to play Man from Eden on VR. I'd like to play Until Dawn on VR.
Is that VR title? Do they have VR
I don't know if it is,
titles?
but I'm saying I would like to.
I never got to play Until Dawn.
So good.
It
wanna
is
play
good.
it.
I
already-
played it twice.
I already know the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's when it goes and all that.
Yeah, I played it twice. The second playthrough, I got everyone out alive.
Yeah.
Now I got to do Man of Medan, which is the same people.
I heard that wasn't good.
It's all right.
I
It's
heard
all right.
it's not as good though, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all. I beat it once already.
Wow, that was a no. Can we like?
Nah.
Can you give me a snippet of that? No.
Yeah.
We'll clip it. We'll clip it.
We gotta find out where it is in the
Yeah.
fucking
That no, Man of Medan was good, but it was definitely no Dying Light. Dying Light had so much to it, and like when you thought the story was over, it was like, nah, man, now the story's starting, and you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
But it's
Yeah.
also easy to see who is going to be like the main bad guy. You got the one big actor in it, Rami Malek. Of course, he's going to be the fucking bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he ended up not being even anything to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halfway through the game.
Yeah.
Because of Wendigos.
Yeah.
Because Wendigos.
Yeah.
And
was it some family too or something too? I'm sure. Was
What
it an
Until
aspect
Dawn?
of it?
No, it was
They
It
were
was
What
just
was the killer?
the
people
Wendigos
in
just
masks?
lit. No, the Wendigos
No,
just
it
lived in the
was-
mountains.
yeah, no, the sister died, and they went back to the cabin to, oh, we can all move on.
Yeah.
Rami Malek.
He wanted to
decided-
get revenge.
Yeah, he was getting revenge on
Because that
everyone.
was his sister that died.
So it was and then then that guy showed up.
The
Was like,
mask.
We don't even know what's out
yeah,
there.
he was
Yeah.
hunting the Wendigos because he had the fucking
flamethrower,
flamethrower.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was a good ass game, man.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
Man of Medan was good. Imagine the movie Ghost Ship as a game. That's Man of Medan.
Okay.
I
But it was
love
really
Ghost
good.
Ship.
And they had the same. They
I
did
like the first 5 minutes ago.
the only problem with it was is like
I
how
watched
they
it when I
did the
was a
cut
kid. Such a
scenes
good
with the
intro.
therapist.
Yeah.
They did the same thing in Man of Medan with the same actor.
Oh.
Like
Oh.
they
yeah.
did the same. He's like, oh, this is how the game
It's the
looks
same
to do,
shtick.
and it's the same thing. Just you're on a
Yeah.
boat instead of in the woods. And
Yeah.
it was cool. Like one of the characters I got to survive completely by accident and didn't even realize what I was doing. It doesn't matter. I can just tell you. At like the beginning of it, you're like you go to this thing with your brother, and you play as all different people.
Yeah.
But like you're like the nerdy brother, and you go with him to his friend's boat, and they give you a beer, And like at some point, like you're getting seasick, and they're like, "Oh, you want to lay down or like keep partying?" And like you can either be like, be the party animal and stay, or go lay down. And I was like, I don't fucking like this character. I'm gonna go make him lay down. I don't feel like dealing with him. And then later on, when the pirates came onto the boat, you making him lay down put it to a point where he was able to hide, so he survives that part of the game. It was cool.
Wow. Yeah.
It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. But the ending, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Is it like the same butterfly effect thing?
Is it like how you felt about
Yeah.
Ghost Stories?
Mm-hmm.
Where it just turns wide right?
No, I mean, I can just tell you how it ends because I don't fucking care. At the end of it, the people you survive, I lost 2 people in my first playthrough of Man of Medan. And I think it was only 2, 2 people. And at the end of it, like, this government fucking helicopter comes up and like, we found the boat. There's people on it. Da 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 da. They're like, all right, it's code red or whatever. Army lands. You guys are like, oh my god, thank God you're here to save us. And they're just like, yeah, open fire, and they just fucking kill all of you.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, that mic's not been on the whole time. I made you all look. I'm sorry. Go on.
And they just kill you all of you, and then they just leave. And they're like,
That's
all right,
crazy.
package is secured. Because apparently the boat went missing. They were looking for it, and there's something
That's
up.
nuts.
See, that's the one thing too that I will say that's the one thing that bothered me about Resident Evil 7 is that those motherfuckers knew about that goddamn house the whole time, and they didn't get there till like the end.
Yeah.
It's almost like in all these Resident Evil movies,
Yeah.
the government
It
was
just
like the
happens.
cause of it, or some shady corporation was the cause of it, rather.
Yeah,
And then they never cleaned it up right away because they were always there like after.
yeah, but
Yeah.
like
They were just cleaning up when it was actually a problem, not when it was like a small thing to easily exterminate.
Yeah, but the fucked up thing was at the end was the fucking they had Redfield's son had the fucking Umbrella logo on his fucking uniform.
I want to see more of that though, because I want to know why Umbrella cares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Umbrella don't give a fucking shit in any of the other games.
yeah. Maybe they turned over a new leaf.
A fucking shit.
Yeah, maybe they turned over a new leaf.
Who took
Maybe.
a fucking shit?
Yeah, I took a fucking shite.
Fucking
Yeah, but no, like I hope
disgusting.
Well, I guess Wesker ain't a
No.
figurehead there anymore,
No,
so
what I want them to do though is return to the roots of that over the shoulder.
I think they're going to
like-
do that. I mean, it works so well with Resident Evil 2, and Resident
Yeah.
Evil 3 is going to sell like hotcakes when that gets
Oh
remade.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're definitely going to go back over the
Yeah.
shoulder. I think it was good that one went first person though, because it was just
different.
because when it came out, because there was such like 5 sucked and 6
Yeah.
sucked.
They needed.
So they needed to like be
that.
like, yo, this is definitely different.
I think
Yeah.
they couldn't have done it in third person because it wouldn't have given you the claustrophobic feeling
Jump
of
scares
being in
wouldn't have
that
been as
house.
good.
like the
Yeah.
hand getting stabbed in the beginning, that wouldn't have
Yeah.
been as impactful. Like
No.
how they physically turn your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it like if you
That's also the closest they were going to get to that Silent Hill game too.
yeah.
So-
Yeah.
No, it's coming out again under
No,
a
it
different
ain't.
name.
It
No.
ain't ever
No.
coming
No.
out.
I have no faith in Kojima after Death Stranding.
What?
No faith.
No faith. The game was so fucking beautiful.
It was beautiful, and
So good.
it just got so boring so
Don't you
quick.
just walk?
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
You just deliver shit.
You guys just don't get it.
It was
Okay.
You guys
the
just
game.
don't get it.
it was beautiful, and there was a lot of cool shit, and there was a lot of stuff going on. But like, I didn't like how the story was being told.
Well, you're not a big
Through.
fan of Kojima's anyway.
No,
Honestly, I mean, you don't like Metal Gear Solid, really.
no.
Those games got wildly out there though as they went on.
Yeah,
Like
there's-
before, it was just like stealth, do this mission, get from A to B, and don't
the
get caught.
storyline makes no.
Now
fucking
it's like
sense
this guy's
either.
got
I-
magic powers.
I don't think you're really big in the Silent Hills games either, are you? Silent Hill? No.
I like them. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Silent Hill games.
You know, what game was a real disappointment just because the one aspect of it was really annoying. Evil Within 2, that scanner thing. It was just
the first
annoying.
one too.
First one was fucking gay.
I loved the first one.
I didn't
They
like
put,
that. game.
I hated it because they pitched it as survival horror, and it was literally another action fucking packed fucking shooter like fucking Resident Evil 5.
It was disguised as an open world game, but it was extremely linear.
It
And
was.
the second one became overworld, it became even more annoying.
Yeah. They should just kept the linear aspect of
Like,
it.
it was a cool game. It looked cool.
It was just
the story.
it was just
cool.
horror because there's
Most
blood in it.
beautiful game I've ever played. Hands down, fucking Hellblade.
Sasuna
Hellblade's
Sacrifice.
Most beautiful game I've ever played.
You know
in
what
my
I
life.
found out about that? You know the person who plays her is just some like PR representative that works at that company.
Really?
Really?
Ninja Theory. Yeah, just some no name. She's like, I could do this. I could act, and they just went with it.
Well, she did fucking great.
That
Yeah.
game was
They're
amazing.
making a second one.
That game
Yeah.
was
Which
amazing.
is weird because it's gonna be on Xbox.
I think
I
the
played
first
it
one
on
was
Xbox.
No, I mean, it's just gonna be just on Xbox.
Well, that's gonna be
That's
PC
gonna be
too.
So
exclusive.
on PC, yeah.
Yeah, so it's playing on PC.
Mm-hmm.
That game was so good.
I think that started out as an Xbox exclusive first too, and then a year later it came out on PlayStation.
Yeah, I think it did.
It did, but
So
either way, I'm gonna play on PC either way. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play that on PC because the graphics on Xbox were amazing.
Yeah.
that game's also interesting too because they did that on a. It's sort of like a low budget film. They did it on a low budget they were trying to do a low budget AAA game.
Yeah, and they did. They accomplished it because they said that
The only thing
they
I
did it. They
don't
didn't
love
do
about
the
it-
discs was because it cost them so much more money.
Well, distribution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they wanted to save as much money as they could to make the best game they could for the price.
I just don't. There's one thing and it bugs me about that game. I hate doing the fucking. All right. Oh, that's the shape.
Yeah, the
got it.
puzzles.
Like doing that 15 times.
Oh yeah, that fucked me a lot.
They
of
were
the time.
hard though. Some of them were really hard.
Oh, they were hard, but like they were just like after you got through the action's not the best, but it's all right.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's good, and like obviously the mood and the atmosphere is what makes that game.
Yeah.
But like once you're like standing and just like I gotta look over here, look up here, look up here, look up here, it takes me out of it, especially on the harder ones when I'm just like sitting there like,
There was one where
oh, I made the triangle.
there was
Okay.
one where the shadows of like 6 different trees lined up to make one of the runes, and I was like, how the. Like, if I hadn't just happened to be like, wait a minute, that looks like part of it,
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
would have fucking found it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it also feels like that mechanic sort of padded the
Yeah.
game's length.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Like that was like almost designed to make it so it felt like a feature long game.
I feel like that's not a game that you need to be really long, though.
No, but I'm saying they were trying to make a AAA game, so they're trying to get the time, the aesthetic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and have a whole experience
Get the
with a
playtime
small
in
budget.
there.
But the playtime, I feel like, got padded artificially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like,
that's what I
It took
think.
a while
Yeah.
solving puzzles.
Well,
Yeah.
not only those, there was some puzzles, like the other puzzles where you had to look through the faces into the different dimensions, which is where
Yeah.
it just got so crazy. There was one that took me like fucking 3 hours to figure out to cross
Yeah.
a bridge.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple of them that just like fucked me up for a while. That I was just like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
I mean, again, the game was really well done. Not that that's a
The
big
villains
negative.
were really cool looking.
Not that was a big negative. It was
Yeah.
just like that part annoyed me with the game.
It's something
Yeah.
that could have turned you off to it.
Yeah.
It could have turned me off if I like really just hated
Yeah.
it.
If it didn't make up for it in
You know,
every
and
other way possible.
this may
Pretty
seem
much.
this may seem minuscule to you, but like the one
The
thing
lighting.
that, the
lighting
one thing
of
that
the game.
really
lighting.
bothered me too
The
about
fucking lighting.
was
No.
Too dark.
No, about
Lighting.
Evil Within was like I'll never forget when he falls in a giant fucking pool of blood, and then he just comes out and he's like squeaky
Completely
clean.
clean.
And I'm just like, really? Like you couldn't take the time to
For
like,
a horror game.
Yeah.
Continuity.
you know what I mean? To like,
No, that stuff could get at me too.
you know what I mean?
Especially,
the little
especially
shit.
in when that came out, it was like 2016.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
game's already done this.
yeah,
Just put a wet effect on them.
yeah. That's what I liked
Tinge it a
about.
little red for a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about.
Even if
like,
it takes 5 steps and he's dry again, it's just that little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they
Especially because it's like a cutscene too. So it's like
yeah. What I
it's
liked that they
animated.
redid in like 2, which they changed a little bit, was like as you progress through Resident Evil 2, you started to get like dirtier. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah,
you
your shit
started.
was-
You started to see the wear and tear on Leon. You know,
Yeah.
that game
which
was
I
pretty
thought,
beautiful.
which I
graphically.
thought was
yeah.
a great fucking
Intense
improvement.
visuals.
You know what I mean? I thought it was a great improvement, and it's a great improvement for fucking horror too. Which, for like a AAA title to implement that, because a lot of times you really only see that detail coming from indie games, and because even Outlast, you know what I mean? Like as the game progressed, like. You couldn't see much. Your hands got fucking dirtier. You know what I mean? Like you knew that your character wasn't.
You're getting fucked
Yeah,
up.
you're getting fucked up. Like you're barely getting fucking through this. You know what I mean? And then
Missing
for like
a finger.
a
I think
triple,
Outlast 2
yeah,
was
missing the
better.
finger. Like, and then I'm
I
like
never beat
for
Outlast 2.
a triple A
I couldn't
fucking
get through it.
title
It
to
was
just
hard.
like not have any of that.
Well, see, my problem with Outlast 2 was in Outlast 1 it was sort of fair where like you could run away and hide and it's
Yeah.
a 50-50 shot getting away.
Yeah.
Outlast 2, if they saw you were dead. There's no sense of running and trying to find somewhere to hide. It never ever worked.
There was a couple times where I did get away, but yeah, no, it was pretty much like if you got seen, that was it.
I just feel like the balance was a little off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there
Yeah.
was way more people in that one too.
Nah,
We didn't play the second
no.
one.
It was good. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, it was good and it was fucking scary
I
as
still-
shit. But the one part that pissed me off. There's one part that I spent like a day and a half. Like I was getting fucking frustrated.
Yeah.
You're in this little camp and this chick on this guy's back shooting flaming bow and arrows is chasing you around and you're like, where the fuck do I go? And like the whole thing is cut off by a line of trees, except for this one right here you can get through, and there's nothing to signify you can get through it.
Yeah.
It's like literally like I was just like running around the side, was like,
That
and
actually
like fell into it.
That actually
wow.
happened to me in the first Outlast when the dude with the scissors was chasing you all around, and there was literally like a cupboard that you had to push out of the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't. You've never did that in the game before.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you could do that. It's not like
You got to jump up to the ceiling.
obviously they couldn't outline it, but like I wish like before you got to this scenario, maybe
You'd
in a
push
lesser,
something.
you would have to
Yeah.
push something. So it's like that's
Hey,
at least
you
in my
can
mind
push
that
up
I
it.
could
in
do
the
this.
beginning, you had to push something towards the wall to get through a vent to get out of that one room where that guy was walking around in the hallway.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure that was.
I don't-
I'm pretty sure that was it.
I don't remember that, but like
It was
so
towards
like
the beginning.
I'm literally sitting there
It was.
running
It was
away from
very
this
early
dude,
in the game.
hiding
Yeah.
under these beds, you know, where there's these dead patients on it, like hiding under shit, and it's like the whole time. And then I was actually streaming this. I did this all in one sitting the first game, and then I don't know. I was just decided to start fucking around because I was dying over and over because like he kept catching me because I didn't know where to go, and I'm like going to the corner of the map, like try to like dip him, and then next thing I know, it's like, wait, I'm moving this thing. Wait, what? I figured it out. Like,
Yeah.
it only took 3 hours.
Outlast
that
is actually
happens.
the reason I bought an Xbox One. That game is the reason I got an Xbox One.
Is it
Really?
Yeah, that's the reason why.
that indie game?
The reason I got a PS4 Until Dawn. I was not going to get a PS4 until I saw Until Dawn, and I traded my Xbox 360 in for it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, on that day, I went to GameStop, bought like 4 games, Duke Nukem being one of them.
Yeah.
And then I got home and I saw something about Until Dawn. I was like, "Fuck!"
Well, we should have bought Alien Isolation.
I had Alien Isolation. I got real bored with it real fast.
That game gets fucking so good.
does.
You know what happened to me
It-
though? Unfortunately,
It was starting
I
to get
didn't.
good, but
I
it was
didn't
just
finish.
so.
I didn't finish it because I got to a point in the game and I got stuck inside a fucking shaft, and I could like the grate that was supposed to fucking go down, it wouldn't go down,
Oh, you had a
and I got
game-breaking glitch.
Yep. Yep. Which, me being a fucking idiot, why didn't I just look up console commands and fucking put a no clip and just fucking walk through it? You know what I
I
mean?
don't know.
And just clip
Or
through
maybe
the
you
fucking
know
Jesse.
you expect to not have to do that.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
expect the game to work properly.
Yeah. But like, dude, but I mean, I don't know how far you got, but like, did you beat it? Do you know how it ends? I don't think you care.
What?
So basically, you find like how you're like, man, like the alien was it learns and it gets fucking faster after you. Like, how the fuck does this thing keep catching me? Well, there's more than one. The queen was on the fucking ship.
Yeah.
And fucking, they were just fucking littered throughout the fucking ship.
I like what they did with the AI of that. It was cool.
the AI was fucking
There's
creepy as
there's
shit.
there's one brain that knows exactly where you're at all times.
Yeah.
Then there's the other brain that's actually moving the thing, and the first brain gives it clues to where you're at.
Yeah.
So the more you stay in one place, it no matter what will get you.
Yeah.
So you have to constantly
it's just
move around.
interesting.
Yeah.
I think that was interesting.
Yeah, I
Bless
thought,
you.
bless you. I thought it was a beautiful leap in fucking AI
pretty dope.
from,
Yeah.
like, it's what I would expect out of, like, a good fucking horror game like that. You know what I mean? Like, I like that challenge of,
What game was
Yeah.
great? Doom on the original Xbox.
dude, now they're going back.
Doom 2016 too was great.
Doom on the
Going
original
back.
Xbox was so good.
Now you're going
There's
back.
only one I don't
You know
like.
what's fucked up? I didn't
Doom
know
3.
for the
Terrible.
longest time that there was a flashlight right in the beginning that you could get for your fucking pistol, and I ran through most of that game in the dark.
Nice.
Wasn't
You
Doom
know what I
3
used?
on the
I used
original
my
Xbox?
Yeah, I did not like that game.
No.
I used my gun to fucking see. You know, it was underrated.
Because it wasn't Doom to me. It wasn't like the original Dooms. The original Dooms were more like run and gun,
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is more horror.
and it was more horror. And I don't know, it just didn't work for me in a
I
Doom
like the
setting.
horror.
Plus,
I liked
it. Yeah.
plus itself, the game itself wasn't really that hard either.
No,
so,
it
like, even
wasn't.
in the pitch dark, you could just run. You could literally just
Oh,
run
it was
straight.
like just an arcade shooter.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
the thing. It was trying to be hard, but it didn't work for me because it wasn't hard or it wasn't scary.
No.
So I was just running, even in pitch black, I could be running and just like shooting the whole time. It was supposed to be horror and atmospheric, but it didn't work for me. I think it was bad.
Well, that's probably because you got spoiled with Dead Space.
I did get spoiled with that.
Yeah.
Dead Space at that time was like
Mwah.
Dead Space at that time when like
Fucking
Dead Space
masterpiece.
came at the time when we needed it. We
Well, yeah,
needed
that's-
it most.
That was the Resident Evil that we should have gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
It's not the game we needed. It's the game we deserve.
Yeah. It's true though. I
And,
mean,
you
it
know,
was.
some would say it's even better than Resident Evil. I don't know. Some would say that.
I do
Would
remember
you
the
say
first
that?
jump scare in
I
Dead Space
would.
where you're climbing that ladder and you just see the body.
I would say Dead Space 1 and 2 were on par with 3 and 4 of Resident Evil. I think.
I was like, uh-huh.
No, I was saying like they like Dead Space was like the best of Resident Evil. Like well, the first two. I should
Bloody
say.
Disgusting of all places
Yeah.
got me interested on that, or not
Yeah.
Bloody Disgusting. They had like a horror channel. I think it was called like Blood something. Or
Yeah.
horror. It might have just been called Horror Channel.
I have the
know.
plasma cutter.
I also have the plasma.
Yeah,
cutter.
I needed that.
I also
shit.
have a very expensive figurine of Isaac Clarke that I haven't opened yet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Haven't opened it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Don't. It's probably worth a
I
lot
wanna
of money.
fucking open it, too.
Yeah.
I think it's worth like 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, as you can tell, I was a giant Bioshock fan and a Wolfenstein fan. Because I had to get the fucking...
You got the Songbird boy.
Right next to the BJ Blazkowicz fucking...
The action figure.
Yeah. Oh my god. But like,
Waiting for that Doom helmet, boy.
yeah.
Wearable Doom helmet.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna fit your head. What size is that thing?
Do you ever see Doom Guy? It better fucking fit my head or else there is a problem.
I almost got robbed for that, the Master Chief helmet.
Right?
I
Yeah.
have the same
I'll
one.
never forget, because I was with Jake Garvey, and
Oh.
his dad took us to go pick it up at midnight. And when we were walking out the store, some guy tried to fucking grab it from my fucking hands, and his fucking dad fucking threw him into the fucking, the
wow.
center block poles of the Berlin. Fucking threw him into that fucking thing. He's like, "Don't you want to fucking go, motherfucker?" He's like, "You want to try to rob a fucking kid?" And he's like, "Oh, no, it wasn't like," he's like, "It wasn't fucking like that."
Yeah, it was. It was
Dude.
like that.
Oh, God.
Dude, people went nuts for Halo 3.
Yeah.
And I saved up as much
Oh,
money as
yeah.
I fucking could.
That's
to
still
fucking...
one of the best game trailers ever. That fucking, like, that piano and everything.
It's
like,
so
Yes.
funny, though, looking back at the Halo graphics.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
Well,
it's
it's
so
just like
funny.
anything that's, like,
Yeah.
realistic.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
like, 5 years later, it's like, what the
Nah.
fuck is
the
this?
story?
Yeah.
The story was just so fucking hyped up at that fucking point, though, because like the end of fucking 2 is just you're like, where the fuck's the Master Chief? Because you've been playing as the fucking Arbiter.
Well, I
and then
mean-
he's like, Chief, where are you? He's like, finishing this fight, and then it was just like you're like,
Like, literally, Halo single-handedly made the Xbox into a viable console, 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Changed
Xbox,
online gaming.
Xbox, like, the original Xbox was not doing well when it came to original content. It was hard to sell. The only thing that
Yeah.
actually sold the original Xbox was the fact that it had a Halo
Yeah.
Combat Evolved. Without that, you wouldn't have a 360.
no,
And then, of course, Halo 3 was what sold the 360.
Yeah.
That was a launch title.
yeah.
And I mean, the 360 was a great console. There's so many
Yeah.
great games on that
360.
console.
I think 360 was by far better than the PS3. Because it just
Yeah.
at the time Xbox was fucking killing it, and then towards the end,
Towards the end, though,
they got greedy, like we're fucking untouchable, and then PS3 was just like boom, fucking Uncharted, boom, here's this fucking game.
oh, what? You
Boom,
want a little bit of
God
that
War
fucking
3.
Last of Us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like here's a little fucking Last
right
of
before
Us.
the PS4, you want some Last of Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, like oh my god, like PS4 just started, PS3 just started dropping fucking bomb after fucking bomb after
Yeah.
fucking bomb, and Microsoft was just like,
I think Aaron has said fuck at least 60 times in the
Yeah.
last 2 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been counting.
yeah, yeah, because it was so bad, because like
So fucking bad.
yeah,
So fucking bad.
because like towards the end too, like Xbox 360 was like Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts. We're canceling the Conker's game that we were gonna make. Fuck Fable, we're throwing that in the fucking trash.
You know what was a great
You know what I mean,
game
like-
for Xbox One that first came out? Rise, Son of Rome.
That game was
Oh,
like
yeah.
that game was just like a system. Like, see, we got
Yeah.
graphics.
Yeah.
We're Xbox One.
Yeah.
No, you're 100%
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And it was completely like run in this straight line and fight things along the way. But it
Yeah.
was so good.
Yeah.
That shit was brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
This
it
game
was.
was awesome.
Yeah.
You were literally just playing Gladiator, the game.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
You're like
Yeah.
what, Maximus Aurelius.
Yeah.
Like, fucking,
I didn't expect to like Shadow of Mordor as much as I did.
I hated it.
Yeah,
I
I
loved
didn't like it.
They
It was,
hate
just
those games.
it was a way more violent Assassin's Creed.
It was
What is
just-
wrong
it
with
was
it?
It was the
boring.
same
It was
thing
it was
over
Bat
and
it
over
was
again.
Batman. It was Batman Arkham
my
Knight
problem with this, you
combat.
become way too overpowered by the end of it.
Oh, dude, like literally.
I love the game up until the point where it was like the combat didn't do nothing for me.
You
anymore.
didn't
Oh,
even.
when I could
you-
literally start controlling people to fight each
Oh,
other.
no,
and
right,
shit.
right in the beginning, you were overpowered. If you got the parry and shit down, I literally accidentally fell into a fucking horde of fucking like goblin dudes, and I literally there was like because there was so many of them when you fucking first get in the game. I parried every single one of them and fought my way through, and I was like, That's it.
105 hit streak.
I was like, I was at like 200. I was like, this is fucking boring. I was like, I don't want to just sit here and parry the whole entire fucking game, and I just stopped playing. Cause she stopped playing it, and I was like, it can't be that bad. So I tried playing it, and I was like,
it was just really repetitive for me, and it was the same thing over and over.
I did like the combat system though, where like if you didn't like finish off with a boss later on, if they saw you, they would remember you, and they would have ranked up, so they would be stronger.
Cool. Yeah.
And everyone had
the
their
Nemesis system. Yeah, that was
I
really
thought it had
cool,
some cool stuff they implemented, but it was just the combat was just so boring.
What else was cool with that
it's
game
like,
too?
It's like a not as good Dynasty Warriors.
The other thing that was cool about the game too, though, was like the enemies were fighting each other for rank.
Yeah.
So like you would get to a certain point in the game and beat someone, you'd be like, oh, I'm going after this guy next, and then all of a sudden he's killed this guy. Now he's at this rank, which caused this guy to like. It was just cool how like you weren't just fighting them; they were fighing each other to move up the ranks too. Like I thought that was dope.
Yeah.
I really liked that aspect of it.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, how each one had like some of them were afraid of the animals, some of them were immune to arrows, but you could use poison on. Like it was just really well done.
Yeah.
I could see where you think it's repetitive because you are just running around and Outlander.
Yeah, doing the same thing over and over.
I just like, and there was so many open worlds.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah, you had Skyrim, you had fucking Fallout New Vegas, you had Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Like, I
Best
played.
game.
I played. There was so many open worlds that I enjoyed so much more. Where I was like, I don't want to just run around and just.
Black Flag was perfect.
Dude, Black Flag was amazing.
Perfect.
Really good. And Dez, the aficionado of Assassin's Creed, has never played it.
Yeah.
And we talk about this every time.
Yeah.
Maybe
God,
we'll
that game was so
about
good. The color, the layout. Fucking sailing around and singing shanties,
Yeah,
and they'd be like, "Yo, let's fuck that shark up."
Yeah, that was my favorite part, dude. Fucking just, I was in the water more than fucking anything.
Oh, dude.
Dude, I was doing naval battles. I was fishing. I was fighting sharks.
I say it all the time when this game comes up, and I'm going to say it again right now. I am one fucking treasure chest away from 100%ing that game. One, and I'll never get it. Because the servers are down, and the only way to get the treasure map is to use your fleet. You know that little offshoot game with the fleets? You have to send them out on like an 8-hour mission. And that's the only way you can get the treasure chest, to get to the map, to get to the treasure chest. I know where the treasure's at. I just don't have the map. And without it, I will never 100% that game. That's the last. Rough. I collected every...
You'll have to wait till they remaster it.
Oh, God. No, I can't put that kind of work in again.
Yeah,
It took me like a month.
You say that, and then all of a sudden it comes back out, and you're just right back in.
You guys won't hear from me for a month. That game was so good.
You probably won't hear from me either, because I'll be fucking playing it all over again.
Dude, I went
they remastered 3 for some
I went to every
reason.
dive location. I beat every legendary ship. I caught every fucking sea animal.
Yeah.
Everything that was in that game, I did, except for that one fucking
You know what they should have did when they remastered 3? They should have just changed it.
Yeah.
They should have just fixed it.
Switched it up a little bit. Like
they should have not made me play hide and seek for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
They should have just remastered 4 instead.
The DLC was fucking better than the fucking game.
Edward Kenway was never really an assassin.
No.
He just killed one and took his stuff.
Yeah. And he was just a pirate. He just went and did pirate things.
Yeah.
Then his son became a dickhead Templar.
I mean...
The ending where he's like, "Oh, you could fit a boat on a ship."
Yeah, if you didn't know that fucking Connor's dad, Nathan is his granddad.
I know.
Alright, I don't know.
I knew that.
Yeah. At the end you see them.
But Edward Kenway
was a fucking pirate.
Yeah,
badass pirate.
Yeah, badass motherfucking pirate. Even the DLC for that one was great. Like I said, the DLC for fucking Assassin's Creed 3 was better than the fucking game. You actually looked Native American. You had a Native American I get it. He became an assassin, but like, why wouldn't he have like a Native American garb?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all you did was give him a tomahawk. You know what I mean? And some fucking feathers.
Yeah.
It's either Vikings or something else.
It's Vikings.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel like it'll be like Black Flag.
I'm over it. Over it.
No.
Origins is amazing.
Over it.
Yeah, Origins was really good.
Yeah.
It was the Egyptian one, right?
Yeah.
I think I actually said this in a past podcast. The first enemy I encountered was red level, and like I could sit there and hit him over and over and over, and he was like,
"Why did you just not fight him?"
Yeah.
Well, because I didn't know, Des.
I mean, I didn't know. There was
I saw a guy, and he was like, come hither, and I was like, you want this?
You should give it another chance. Now that you know you can just not fight him.
I mean,
It is a good game.
I played that game for a while.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I played it for a while, but like, just after a while, I was like, I'm so tired of walking around in the desert.
Yeah.
It was the same problem I had with Red Dead. It just took so long to get places, and there's a lot of that stuff was really repetitive too. Like, oh, go find this page for this woman.
That's
She's
true.
dying. Like, why is a book page saving you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the Assassin's
crazy?
Creed games.
Here,
Like
I got
the very
one
first
for you.
one.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I think it was just too big.
I was disappointed by Bioshock.
Same thing with
2's ending.
Syndicate.
Well, it was a whole
Bioshock
fucking
2?
desert. There
Yeah.
wasn't much that they could do.
Did you play
with it.
Syndicate?
I played
During
a
the
little
French
bit
was
of
it the
it.
French Revolution was Syndicate,
Nah,
right?
fuck that.
Or was that Brotherhood?
Syndicate
That
was
was
the one
Syndicate.
with the
Syndicate.
brother and sister.
Yeah.
That was the French one, though.
That one was good.
That
it
was
was
like
just
the
way
steampunk one.
too big.
I didn't
Yeah.
like it because it gave you grappling hook, and the whole point of Assassin's Creed is to climb the buildings and run on the rooftops, and
And
then they
leap
give
of
you
faith.
grappling hook, and then you're like, oh, I don't
Why-
have to do any
Why
of the
do that when I could be
assassin
like,
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I was disappointed by Bioshock 2's ending, and Bioshock 3 was so goddamn amazing. The way it fucking
oh,
ended.
Infinite? Yeah. So.
Yeah, Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah, what a twist.
That was a fucked up twist. Did you play any of the Bioshock games?
I played the first one.
Yeah, so basically
I watched Mauser play the second one.
what you find out in the third one, even though, like, you're up in this fucking sky and all that shit, and you're fighting this fucking dude who's like this crazy fucking cult leader and shit, like Comstock. Yeah, you're trying to save. What you find out is
Evangelical, like,
yeah,
super Christian
like,
colony in the fucking clouds.
yeah. Would you find out you're saving your daughter, and in the end, you fucking kill Comstock, and you look in the fucking water. And you remember, you're like, wait a minute, because like you fucking start walking through, like, because she could open portals. You go through the portal and you see yourself over and over again, going into different lighthouses, and you see Rapture. Because he was reliving the same life over and over and over again. Just like, so he was
Multiple.
He was the person.
universes,
Yeah,
basically.
he was the main character of Bioshock 1. He was the big daddy in Bioshock 2.
He was also Andrew Ryan.
He was also Andrew Ryan.
He was also Comstock.
Yeah, and like he literally like he's like the cycle has to end, and like all his other like the daughters from like other universes
Like
come,
12 of them.
like 12 of
Fucking
them,
drown 'em.
and yeah, he like they put him in the water, and he goes, "I am Booker DeWitt." He's like, "I am Comstock. I am like Andrew Ryan." Like goes, and then like they fucking drown him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what game was a real letdown?
Fucking brutal.
Oh, that's so good though.
We Happy Few.
Yeah,
That game was such a letdown.
it never got better. We
No.
played it during.
We played it during like way open
beta.
so like,
Yeah, no,
we didn't play final game, so I don't
No.
know.
No, I had Final Game, and it was just,
People
Not good.
love that game too.
Yeah.
it was
but
cool.
I hear it's just like bare
No.
bones almost.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
really,
It's a
yeah.
shame.
Because the concept was so cool, and it was just like, no matter what, like the food you found was always bad. The water was always bad. You could never find
Yeah.
something to actually keep you healthy, and you would start to get tired. And once you had too much stuff, but you needed all of it, you would have to ditch stuff. And
That
it
was like DayZ, whenever we played. It
Yeah,
always happened.
yeah.
I think I love that game.
Yeah.
I we enjoyed it, but sometimes it was like it was so
It was
RNG
brutal trying to survive.
that like sometimes like no matter what you did, like you just
died.
never got ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much how it was at some parts in We Happy Few.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, find this before you get tired. Oh, you're tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No, it's fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I had really high hopes for that game.
No.
Yeah.
That happens, you know. But I think we'll end it there.
yeah,
I think it was a good spot.
I think that was a lame cast right there.
That
Yeah.
was, yeah. Yeah. So if you guys have any suggestions on who you think would be good in DC Dark or
Oh,
have
wait,
any
were we
games,
talking-
Oh, we're back to that.
No,
Did we
game-
talk about that?
we did. We talked about that for a
Yeah.
while.
I'm sure we did.
You know, and you have any games that disappointed you or endings that broke you, you know, just
Let us know.
Let us know. You know what I mean? Start a conversation.
And we don't have a plan for next time yet.
No, we don't. No.
We've
we
exhausted
never really
all
have
our options.
yeah, we never have plans till like the day of.
Within 6 minutes of recording.
Yeah. Yeah. And breaks in between.
Alrighty.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Stay
Ron
classy.
Burgundy.
Yeah.
Stay classy. Ron Burgundy. Stay classy.
Ron Burgundy.